should be.
Right. Equal. If it's 100, is it 100 or 50-50? If you're in a relationship, do you say it's 50-50 or do you say 100? It's 100, Stephanie.
Oh gosh. I'm confused, honey.
Well,
what do you mean? Well, isn't 50-50 is you both take care of everything, right? That's what I meant.
Well, and then some people say all in, like 100, meaning you give everything.
Oh, you mean to your marriage or your relationship?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Well then it would have to be 100 or it
Well,
wouldn't
that's
work.
exactly what I believe. If you give 100, you're equal. If you give your 100% to it,
Right.
everything that you share is theirs. You don't care. You have no like, oh, don't put your stuff in that corner. That's mine. You'll never be using those words. Because again, everything will be together. And if they're not, then you can stand alone, correct?
Yes.
And that's
yeah.
Say that we're like masculine men, or we're trying to be masculine, use our masculinity because I don't need a man. I can have one if I want one.
Right,
and if I
right.
want one, I'll be good to that one. So I can't just pick anyone. So modern women are not just laying around. We're very picky about what we're going to be taking home. You bring home a dog, you get fleas. You bring home a cat, you get a whole bunch of nipponese, little Pekingese, little babies. A lot of women aren't wanting to have families and they don't want to be tied down in marriages because it's not equal anymore. Anthony wants a sugar mama. But I like how they say here that we represent a lot of good things because our greater freedom is what matters. I like to be free. I don't want to control anybody, and I don't want anybody controlling me. I see Nightbot promoting your Discord server. Discord is going the screw YouTube route and going to full censorship before you run into these issues. I heard the Discord wasn't really safe, though. I heard that some programs aren't safe. I don't have fleas, just putting that out there. Yeah, Anthony. What do boy toys have? What do toy boys have? I said it backwards. Toy boys, huh? I don't know. I think you have a weekly checkup to the clinic, so be careful. Put yourself first. You might want to check out Golded. Is that Golded? Yeah, Telegram. If you use Telegram, you just hide your number. You should, but if you add somebody as a contact, they immediately get your number. So I don't know. Things aren't really safe. But one thing about this world now is a lot of women who don't know will run to and ask questions. And that's where we get trapped because then they think you don't really know and they're not really caring that you might know more than what, they're saying. And then they get mad at you. That's why Shines got mad when I wanted to hear Rodney and not him. Certain me I don't want to hear, Stephanie.
Yeah, I know.
When you're unintelligent and you're not really like portraying the true person, nobody has time for that. No. I want to talk to intelligent people out here. I want to talk to people that, represent, know that you're not intimidated by a strong woman. If I'm a go-getter and I can go get it and bring it home, you should be proud of it. If I don't have to ask you for anything, you should be happy about that. You should want to see what I like then. But modern women, we get pushed back because they're saying, oh, you're so, masculine. You basically, you remember the other day I was telling you about like a hero, that women want a hero. If you ever
Right.
listen to Bonnie Tyler's song, she explains it in that song.
Uh-huh.
And for that reason, there is more than just an alpha male, Stephanie. There's actually like a higher male that really just does not have any desire to show off, has no, worries if people are liking him. It's almost like, he's a gem under the ground that you would never even know that was existed, because they say we're not humble. They say that we're loud and that we're always like attacking.
Uh-huh.
But even BG's made a song More Than a Woman, because there's so much about us that you should, want to embrace, and that you should want to kind of, okay, like if something happens, you're normally going to do two things. You're going to either start to cry, or you're going to be like, oh my God, I got to do this. I got to do that. We go into, survival mode, right?
Uh-huh.
So if you go into the start to cry mode, this is where they prey on you out here. They'll know you'll go into that cry mode and know that they can manipulate you. So I noticed how like the trolls will come and attack your channel because they think that they can trigger that emotion to get you to snap out.
Right.
Why do you
Yep.
think people are doing that? Like, not asking you, Steph, just kind of rambling.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, if you can answer, Stephanie, I'm just saying, like, whenever you go through everything that you see me, is that you, Lewis? Because Lewis is supposed to have a wrench. Whenever you see me go through what I go through, and women attacking me, Stephanie, or men?
Right.
And when they attack me, what are the things that they're kind of saying? All that derogatory stuff that makes you feel like, you know what I mean, they would really be doing this to a woman in the real world?
Oh, I know, right. I know. They just want to, yeah. Most of it is always jabbed at women about their looks. Men like to do that because they think it hurts us. Maybe when you're younger, in your vulnerable teenage years, yes, it can be very effective. But, as you get older, um, it's like, yeah, it doesn't matter if you think I have big ears or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And then they act like I'm supposed to be like, oh, he's talking bad to me, boo hoo hoo. Like,
Right.
I mean, they're always saying a traditional woman, though. And then
I
they
don't.
always talk bad. Yeah, look, you can even just look it up. Like, I'm going to look it up. Hey, Minx, I'm going to just show you right here. Look, Stephanie, a traditional woman understands the value of companion, husband, provider, a father, and not a baby dad. Modern women get protection, a provider, and service not from men, but from the government. Modern women require more services from the government than traditional women who rely on their spouses. How manipulative is that? How
Mhm.
manipulative is that?
Now wait a minute. I'm confused. It says modern women what rely on the government?
Yep.
I'm confused on that statement. You mean
Hey,
getting money from the government? Is that what it's saying?
yeah,
Or
traditional women understand the value of their husband, like their provider, when modern women rely on the government. This is what they put on Google to have everybody believe this. Because if you go to Google, right, everybody say, oh,
uh-huh.
go to Google. It tells, no, it doesn't. This is a blatant lie. And how many people looked at it? 12,003, 12,300,000. Are you serious? I can't even say the number. So everyone's looked at this and said, oh, a woman who relies on her spouse is a better person than a modern woman because she relies on the government.
Oh God, that's not true at all. I don't know where they got their statistics from.
Exactly.
But to me, a modern woman is one that works and like I did my whole life. I didn't rely on the government. I mean, I don't like that statement at all. That's so untrue. I
Well,
don't.
a modern woman taking equality too far. So this seems like they're like against them and having people against them. How are we taking it too far? Because I don't need the government. I don't need the man, the spouse. You mean to tell me that you retired mama and your hard-earned money?
Yeah.
That they're not valuing you? I
know. You know, don't get me started on that subject.
Well, I'm just saying, though, they're trying to act like we have to rely on what you mean. If you've earned something, there's a difference.
Big difference.
And again, some women are just having, you know, like relations to have a family without the father. I don't know why. We got breaking news. Sad news. The singer Tom Parker from The Wanted has died.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
What?
I don't know who that group is. The Wanted? Is that a new group or was that an older group? I don't know.
Tom Parker. Oh. The Wanted singer Tom Parker dies of brain cancer at 33.
Oh, that's sad. Wow. That's sad.
He probably had brain cancer. How you get brain cancer?
Well, yeah, he probably got cancer and it spread, Janet.
To his brain?
Yeah. Cancer can spread everywhere. When my nephew had his testicle cancer, it went into his stomach too. So, yeah, cancer will spread. Yeah, it's very scary. Oh, honey, I'm sorry I keep sniffing, but I got the kids darn cold.
No worries. I'm looking up brain cancer, like, you know.
Oh, boy.
You hear of all of them, but what do we know?
Right.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's sad.
So there ain't gonna have no fun facts about us women. See what I'm saying? They try to make it like, let me see. The true modern women are who's Blue Mustard? Hold on, mama.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
The person
blow my nose.
The person she invited in, she's already there. He's like fucking well old, man. Yeah. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been watching you for I've been watching you for 3 weeks. I think 3 weeks.
Oh, okay. What's Blue Mustard? Give me a second. Blue Mustard. Eli, is that you?
That is me. I'm totally cool with anyone being on here. I'm only going to be on here for a few, but go ahead. Don't let me interrupt. I'll see what I say in a second.
No worries. Okay, Blue Mustard, thank you for watching me for 3 weeks.
You can I think I've only seen 2 streams, and this is the only one that you've allowed people on, or I've got the courage to come on to. But you can see my channel, Blue Mustard. I'm a streamer, but I privatize my streams. There's a couple of little shady videos. I don't know, but yeah, I am a viewer. I want to talk shit.
Well,
I
this
know. I
isn't
know.
the
Dan.
channel for that, sweetheart. I actually have a channel called EJ Coliseum, and that's a perfect place to do that, darling. This is actually a community-based family type show, so we don't do that here. I appreciate you having enough courage.
I know Dan Sullivan.
I appreciate you having enough courage to come up to the panel. But if you
I
could
know
just
Chip
go
Man
back
Dan,
to
and
the chat room, I'd appreciate it. Okay, darling? I do appreciate you coming up. All right, Eli.
Yes. How are you doing,
Thank you for
Janet?
your patience. I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I've only got a few minutes because I have to take a family member to a doctor's appointment, but I wanted to just chime in and talk about what you've been discussing, that I've been discussing for many, many years out here. And I completely agree with what you're saying. You're talking about conservative women versus, modern women and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I think the people that say women take advantage of the system, like, modern women take advantage of the system or something like that, right? Look, there are good and bad, men and women in this world, right? I want to believe that most men and women are good people, right? They're good law-abiding citizens, and they want to be good to each other and everyone, right? But there is some truth. There are some very bad men, and there are some women that I'll call radical feminists that have the agenda and play the system. But not all women are like that. And what's happening, Janet, is those articles that are written on Google and those people that lash out, kind of like the mid-30s guy and other people, out here that lash out against women. Okay, they're just angry and bitter because of their experiences with women. A lot of these guys were married, and they had the traditional housewife, and they would go to work. They would work all day every day. Then they would come home. They would pay no attention to their wife. They wouldn't have sex with their wife. They wouldn't. They what happens is they stop dating and courting their wife in the way they were doing so before they got married. Once you get married, the dating and courting process never stops. So these guys are angry and bitter that their wives either cheat on them or divorce them. And the reason why they divorced these guys is because they stopped being the man they were before they got married. And they're just lashing out. That is the honest truth. What are your thoughts about that, Janet?
I could agree,
I
because
agree.
the insecurity of the relationship that they had with someone else, they put it out here. And they believe they can become the person that they should have been in their real world.
Right. And Jan,
go ahead.
I was going to say, furthermore, look, I'm with a wonderful lady now, and she's actually, here at my place. She's listening to the show, and she really loves you. And at some point, I'm going to get her to chat, but I got to do it privately so they don't find out who she is and attack her. That's what these people do. They try to ruin good people's relationships because they're miserable themselves, right?
Exactly.
But this is what I've talked with my women, and this is what I've learned through a lot of personal development. Okay, men and women, we are equal. We have equal rights. The women's lib was made to give women equal rights, and I'm happy that women have equal rights and have the choice to do things that once only men had a choice to do. Okay, but we are also biologically different. Okay, and I think what's happening with the modern women nowadays, they become stronger, and men have become weaker. And women, regardless of what era we're living in, women need one thing from men more than anything else. They need emotional support, They need an emotionally aware man, an emotionally stable man to balance out a woman's natural and biological emotions.
Exactly.
So when you have someone like, I hate to keep bringing it up, but he's the perfect example, Janet.
He is.
The mid-30s millennial. He lacks emotional awareness. He lacks emotional self-control. He acts like a little baby. How does he expect any woman to respect him as a man when he acts like a little beep? I'm on your monetized channel. I'll say beep, beep, beep. Right?
And then you attack women and say they're attacking you. Because he literally ran around his house and threw his keyboard last night because I triggered the show. And I didn't do it on purpose, Eli. It's just that I'm going to keep stating you're going down, Lycan, and we're all going to have our popcorn watching. You tried to destroy a good man, and now it's your turn for folks to see how evil he really is. And we don't have to tell anyone. They're going to see it, and we're going to watch, because when revenge is mine, says the Lord, I'm telling you, Coach, he deserves everything he's getting. He's taking people's money. When we became members, he totally crapped on us. He does not do anything that the YouTube is asking. You know how if they become a member, there's certain things you have to give your members.
Right, perks.
Expect that.
Yeah.
That's stealing. And then you're going around saying that other people are stealing members' money because you're mad they have members or get a super chat. You got a nice donation for your channel the other day, and he's watching it all. It's just sick.
Yeah, and I agree. And I'm going to share more today later on when I do my show. I'm going to be talking about this in a professional way. I'm going to have a topic. But real quick before I have to go, I wanted to also mention another thing. And there's another coach I followed out here for years. I strongly recommend you folks to follow him. His name is Coach Corey Wayne. And he's actually, conservative, because I've been criticized for being too liberal. I'm more about what's best for the overall aspect of everyone. Mm-hmm. And Coach Corey Wayne said something many years ago that I still firmly believe in this day. Okay. I honestly think in order to be a great sexual polarity between a man and a woman, you need to respect each other as equally as possible. But a man and a woman both, even in this modern world, need to be in their natural biological essence of being feminine and being feminine and masculine 70 to 80% of the time. Now, I don't expect the woman to be completely submissive and bask in my glory and kiss my beep. I'm being nice, okay? But at the same time, if she's submissive 70 to 80% of the time and dominant 20 to 30% of the time at work or with me, that is the right balance there, in my opinion, because if a woman is any more dominant than that, okay, and she's with a man that's more submissive, she's not going to be able to respect that man. She's not going to be able to trust his masculine core to protect her from danger. If you get into danger, she's not going to be able to feel like, he's emotionally strong enough to balance out her times of emotional need, which for women, you're emotional all day, every day.
Every day.
Right. So if you're a man,
moment of the day, darling.
if you're listen, I'm trying to be as professional as possible. If you're a weak female dog of a man, okay, I can't help it. The mid-30s guy, no one's going to be able to respect you. A woman's not going to be able to respect you and trust your masculine core. And all that's going to happen is the same thing that's happened for years with this guy. You're going to go through women like they're water, right? And you're never going to be happy. You're never going to be happy. That's the bottom line. Before I get on out of here, I have to go in a few minutes. What are your thoughts?
Stephanie?
I'm just listening.
Hi, Steph. How you doing?
Hi, Eli.
Welcome to the jungle.
I'm just an old lady. I just told Janet, when I was married, we both worked. But I understand your part of after you get married, it's like the courting is done because you're so busy working, trying to buy a house, trying to do this, that you forget all about that, having a relationship together. It kind of goes away.
But it shouldn't. But Stephanie, here's the
It
thing.
shouldn't. That's right.
That's the reason why you ladies are getting annoyed with men, because they're doing what they're supposed to do, and they're showing up the way they're supposed to show up before you get married to them. So then you believe in them, you trust their masculine core. Then once they tie the knot with you, guys are saying, okay, I've got her now. All I have to do is work, bring home the bacon, do this. I don't have to bang my wife anymore. I don't have to show her any loving. And then these guys get ticked off that their wives divorce them or cheat on them, and now they're angry and bitter, complaining on the internet, saying that women are just there to extract resources and they're just there to play the system with the government. No, it's the way you guys are showing up. It's the way that you guys are not being real men anymore. That's the bottom line.
Yes, exactly.
Bottom line.
Bottom line.
I agree. And that's why Anthony said I get along with Janet and Stephanie just fine. He's a very good male. He's an alpha male and he's young. You know what I mean, Coach?
That's
he knows
good.
What he wants, and he expresses how he feels. He doesn't take sides. He listens. He's very helpful. Whenever Mama's in need of her technology, he reaches out.
Yep. I find, Coach, I'm past the dating scene and all that. What I find is men my age, over the age of 60, they're more wanting someone to take care of them, Eli. I find the younger men are more not that way. But the men my age, that's why I kind of put that on the back burner. I'm not going to take care of an old man in my golden years.
I agree. And before I really have to get going after I say this, but then Janet, maybe we could do a panel. If you want to do a panel on your channel on Friday, I'd be happy to come on with you, Stephanie, whoever, and we can discuss this further. But
awesome.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. These guys nowadays, like, my lady, she's 47 years old. She has a 27-year-old daughter and I think a 23 or 24-year-old son. And just even talking with her, these kids nowadays are being coddled. These kids are being given, they're being handed everything. And they're not being held accountable, and they're not being taught responsibility because of all this, right? So how in the world can you expect these guys to be real men nowadays when they've never learned responsibility? And quite frankly, again, even the mid-30s guys talked about this before. He goes, well, it's the parents that raised us that way. Well, dude, if you understand that you were raised that way and you understand what's going on and why you become the way you become, why don't you take what you've learned and turn it around so you can better your life? Right.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what it's all about. It's the parents are enabling this behavior because men and women are working nowadays, right? And so when that happens, this is the only thing that I feel women's lib has really, done to kind of definitely affect the family life, right? When both men and women are working, the kids are what are called latchkey kids. They're taken care of by a nanny, or they're not being raised 100% by their parents, and so that affects the kids from getting the traditional upbringing that they would learn masculinity from the father and femininity from the mother, and they're not getting that balance because of the way things are. So again, I'm all for women having equal rights. I'm all for this, the way things are. I just think we need to start raising our kids like we used to traditionally and hold them more accountable and not coddle them. That's the problem.
Right.
So,
and allow men to be men, though, as mothers, because we kind of do that. We shelter them. And I don't think this world is a sheltering type of effect now. I think men need to know exactly what they're going to expect from these women.
Yes, exactly. So Janet and Steph, I've got to run.
Yes.
I will talk to you ladies later. Janet, reach out to me if you want to do that show on Friday anytime.
I will.
And we'll make it happen, girl.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye-bye, Eli.
Thanks. Bye, ladies.
Bye. Big ups to Coach Eli. Thank you for that. Because again, he said it. Us modern women, mother, are getting this bad, name on us because we can see the beta. We can smell you. And when you're trying to act like an alpha male, you're just looking real bad for yourself. Because again, Mink stood up for herself today on a male that's attacking. The woman that's being attacked over there now, she has to stand up for herself. You can't allow these men to keep attacking you and keep trying to put you down and degrade you. This slug is telling lies again.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So, like, your property is not communal. You don't share it with other residents. It's just.
It's my own property. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. The moment someone sets foot anywhere near the vicinity of my back gate or my front
gate. Oh God, Janet, why do you torture me? Oh God, if Skits is out there, I gotta tell Skits something. Skits today wins the Oscar, the Grammy, the best director, the best producer. I was having more laughs over Skits's little videos during all this. Janet, I was laughing so damn hard that my stomach still hurts. You know how you get that pain from laughing so hard?
Yes.
Oh, what a great job. I just wanted to shout out to Skits for that. Thank you so much for the good laugh today. Oh, Janet. Oh, God, I was just dying, honey. It was so funny. Oh. But anyway, I just wanted to add that. Sorry. Off the subject. Sorry, honey. Oh, I love that, Skits. I want a video about me. I want Skits to make a video about Mama. Well, actually, the old silly cow now, but
the old silly cow. Oh,
the
man.
old silly cow. That's me.
I even told him, like, don't talk about her like that. Because
I love it,
Minx was dragging. Her banter was so funny. She got real quiet. And she was like, are you scared? Are you scared?
I know. I was just dying. I should thank Minx too, honey, for the great laugh today. I am just totally worn out from laughing. Oh, man. It was great. It was great.
And she's a perfect example of a woman who's not going to back down.
That's right. See, and that's what they don't like. That's the same with you, Janet. You don't back down. And that's when they try to say that you're crazy and everything just because you're being strong and standing up for yourself. Then these men have to say, oh, she's crazy. She's nuts. That's BS. You're standing up for yourself.
I'd rather be crazy and nuts than to be a woman that follows this tradition. Because again, if this tradition of society says that you have to be a woman that has to surrender to just a relationship of emotional, I can't. Because if I'm settling, just like the coach said, it's got to be that emotional connection. He's got to understand that. Big ups, John BBB. Thank you for the kind words. Hope you're having a good evening. I'm really surprised Janet did not learn the last time she tried to befriend Elon. I don't think it worked out very well for her. Well, I'm not having a problem now, am I?
I think
great. I think people are mad that life is great for him because again, you guys followed a narrative that is now crumbling. The echo chamber is now crumbling. So big ups to all the real people. Because again, it's just messy to waste time on things. Hello, Optimus Prime. So we're talking about the new modern woman, the one that stands up for herself, the one that doesn't use. I like how he said 20% of your masculinity. Because a lot of times when I'm out here and I'm on the panel nice and polite. There's only a couple of times, like when I came in hot today. I may have been a little funky with everything. I don't have a problem with Rodney. I don't.
Yeah, I do now. I'm sorry to say, I liked Rodney, but he's just gone too far. the way he talks about those nasty things all the time now.
Well,
And
that's what I said. I don't go over there to hang
yeah,
out. When I went over there because Minx was up there, and I wanted to go up there and show her support. And just like I
yes,
did,
me
she had
too.
my back. You know what I mean? I had her back. She
Right.
didn't need my help. That's one thing. She didn't need my help.
No, she didn't.
Okay.
I know, just
Minx
like
can
you don't
hold her
need.
own. And this is what I'm saying. I'm unbothered by men coming into my chat room trying to attack me because they're mad about the man that I choose to talk with on the internet. I'm going to do a show with him on Friday. And I don't care who doesn't like it. I don't care who doesn't like Eli.
Right. Don't come then. I love listening to Eli. And yeah, I think he's got some very good, they're just opinions. You can take them the way you want, Janet. He's just expressing, his opinion about things.
Well, Eli has a lot of facts on the people that have harassed him. And again, when you've gone through some, you know how they keep trying to bring up a story. Everybody's story isn't as bad as the slugs. The slug is a horrible word, disgusting, and we hung with that. I don't think anything's wrong with what Coach just did. He actually was the content when he came up. He was a beautiful panelist. He's a great content creator. When his show goes on, because he said it was at 4:30 his time or 7:30 our time, 4:30 his time. Yeah, his show's gonna be at 7:30. It's not that you can stop me. You just have to enjoy the ride of everything. You know what I mean? Because I don't know who you are to fly. You know what I mean? So that your opinion is your opinion. You're allowed to have it. I'm not going to stop people from having one, but my opinion and what I do with people is my business. I'm allowed to do and make content with people I want. He didn't come up here starting no drama. He's not doing it. And even when I do drama on my other channel, we just, talk about these type of things. I'm not a crazy woman who's running around on the YouTube going into cults and doing all the stuff that they say on my video. I'm a strong woman who believes in standing for the truth. I've helped people that they didn't even come to my show. You know what I mean? I gave out people following my tips. So if I'm such a horrible, crazy masculine woman, then how come everyone's copying what I'm doing?
Right.
And I don't even care. When I say I don't care about the views, Mama. I earn the numbers. I'll earn the respect. There's not gonna be, I need all these trolls in my chat room just to make a show, or I gotta have a crappy show just for people to come.
Right.
Because again, people are leaving with headaches. Women are being attacked on panels and nobody's saying nothing about it.
I know. Oh God. I know.
So see, now you remember this. Now you remember when I was on the stream with shit flashed in my V. Well, I'm glad you remember that. Because this is what I want you to remember. Do what you got to do to remember and then come to us. Because we're in the real time and real now. Because now you don't know who I am. So you can stay in the chat room or you can come talk to me. Either way, you still don't know me. And I don't know you. So your typing just makes it relevant for the analytics. It's not making me know never mind. I don't know you. Even if you don't know me, I don't know you, Two Fly. Did you hit the like though? Did you hit the dislike? Because I appreciate your view. I will say that. You're giving enough time for your view. I'll thank you for it. And I didn't even hit the subscriber button. So did you subscribe to? I appreciate it. Because I have no quarrel with you, Two Fly. I like that, Two Fly. Because this is what I say, Mama. That I have no F's to give anymore. I get to do what I want to do. Everybody gets to do what they want to do out here. I'm happy with the people that I like on the YouTube. I'm happy with the new people that we get to see. One thing about my community with the modern woman, we get to visit everybody. We get to see everybody. We let everybody in until they ruin it for themselves. You're old enough to know the difference. A traditional woman needs somebody to tell her what to do. I don't need told what to do. I get to do what I want to do when I want to do it, and nobody can stop it. I'm not censoring anything. I want people to be appropriate to each other. Put some respect on it. Again, if someone's doing something, then you just fall back. You don't have to talk to certain people. When I met Janet, she was on a mission to help people build their channels. Thank you. Thank you, Anthony. I helped promote them. I helped them build them. I kept telling them. We sat back there many nights teaching people StreamYard. They never told that, though. And I never sat here like, oh, I did that. No, I don't care. Because, Anthony, in the end, they all see the truth. They know where they want to be. Some people aren't going to get tired because new things happen when others come around. If we sit here and do the same thing over and over and over and expect people to keep on swirling around in that little swirl twirl, no, I'm not that type of person. I get bored easily with BS. Hello, Alley Cat. How are you?
Hi, Alley Cat.
Oh, she said, Janet and Stephanie, hello, ladies. Good mama, thanks for coming over to my channel.
Oh, of course.
Appreciate. Go ahead, Mom.
Yeah, I popped in and said hi.
That's because she be surfing the internet, Allie. Oh,
yeah.
She like the ladies. Allie, she might just hit that panel, though. Boom.
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't know.
I don't know, Mama. I might have to come dipping over. I like the old lady zone.
I do too.
Talking.
Old school talk. That's what I like, Janet.
Yep.
Yep.
So I'm glad you're finding channels, Stephanie, because you always want to go in different directions. Never stay stagnant to one channel. When you're on one channel, you're only in a world of wonders. There's so much more out here. Sometimes, again, just listening.
Yes, that's what I do, Janet. I listen.
Well, there's so many times on these channels, they jump on here, they say they don't want the drama, then they're doing it. They say they don't want to be involved, then they're doing it. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. If you want so much attention from men or females that you have to make up stories just to get people to like you, they're going to see through it, and then they're going to shut it down. If you're trying to get people not to like other people and try to stop their progress from their hustle, they're going to see that too.
Yes, they are.
I don't complain about the members. I don't complain about the super chats because even Coach Eli knows he gets paid off of all his good streams he does. I'd rather have good streams than to sit here and e-beg, which that's what they do. They say they don't, but if I put a fund right now, hashtag Janet needs teeth surgery, is anybody going to donate to my teeth?
Oh yeah, I know those channels that are always they pin it in their pin. You know, if you'd like to, I'm trying to raise $1,000 for something. You know, it's like, come on. You know, if you want to donate to somebody's channel because you like them, sure, but I don't like the ones that are out there, you know, asking for it. I want to do it on my own. You know what I'm saying, Janet?
Yeah. I appreciate all the donations. I appreciate all the super chats. I appreciate the members. I give what the perks are asking. Again, tomorrow's our last day for this month, so we'll have a members only on Friday. I'll get in touch with Eli and we'll do the show on Friday because Friday is our big day for the Coliseum as well. We're gonna debunk.
Yeah, that'll be great. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I like to debunk the liar because again, people will lie to us. They tell us a story and want us to believe it. I want to get down deep in it. We're going to jump down rabbit holes that are so deep, people aren't even going to be able to come back, because you already met the Mona lady.
Oh, she was terrible. Just came flying up, started calling you names.
Well, she wants that clout that she thinks is out here. She thinks that she can go around and be a disrespectful, ratchet woman that people are going to respect her.
Oh gosh, that first impression, I don't even know who that woman is, and that impression she gave me, I don't want to have anything to do with her.
Well, they all are. They're all simping. Even right now, Rodney's over there simping with Flobby.
I know. See, that's why I just lost all respect for Rodney. Like I said, what he's doing, what he talks about, the people he's having on his show. You know, Janet, you sit with people that you like, and you sit with people that you're like them. You know, I'm sorry, but you do. And Rodney sits with all of them, so you know that's suspect to me, sweetheart.
Yeah, because the guy that was just over at Rodney's, the one that got up there and was calling Mink's names and saying like rude things, he just tried to come to the panel and I kicked him out.
Who did?
That guy that was over at Rod's.
Oh, he did?
Listen, don't ask too many questions. You ask a question. Hold on. You ask one question. Let Dan answer the question. Is that not normal? Let you answer the question. Dan, have you targeted Haley? Have you targeted Haley?
Keep my name out of your mouth. I never went to court.
Oh, Mix is back. Oh, God.
I'm not going to keep going around with this. That is a lie. Nothing that you have said is the truth. You went to court for another bird called Haley.
Yes.
And about 15,000 people were asked for statements. You fucking thick idiot. I'm just one of many of them that were asked for statements to corroborate, and I was happy to do so.
Oh, right. So,
Haley.
So again, he attacks women on the internet. And Minx is over there letting everybody know.
She's on a roll today. Minx, she's not going to be able to talk.
Again. She ain't in trouble. She's going at it.
She was in court.
None of my evidence went to court. None of my paperwork, medical records, all that shit you've been saying. Nothing to do with me.
I know. She's on fire tonight.
No, never happened. Never happened. You have now just broken the law and done exactly what you were charged with for Haley.
So
you have gone into my private life and contacted someone via email to get my address. That's what you did with Haley. That's what lie.
So again, he went to somebody while he was on the show and said, "Give me her address." He wanted to attack her.
Right.
And the ass Getty is a loud prick. Mm-hmm. He's no good either.
Alan Capson, who the heck is that? Oh, God. Oh, I don't think you want to know, Allie. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. It's a long story, honey. Just remember, if a big fat guy tries to come up on your panel, Allie, don't let him up. That's all I can say. Don't let him on your panel. Oh, God.
He'll come up looking like this.
Yeah, show Allie the picture so she knows what he looks like. God.
We need skits to get up there and do his little thing.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord. I got it. Oh.
So up in the top corner, in the middle, right there where the camera's on, this man attacks women on the internet. And Janet, when Minx comes back in the room, lock the door.
Oh God, Minx isn't going to be able to talk tomorrow.
I know. She just came in and said she didn't have a voice. She just came in and said she didn't have a voice. There it is. There it is, Allie. There's the culprit. So he actually attacked me and Stephanie. This is the one, you know. She knows. She should know.
Yeah.
Who we're talking about.
Oh yeah, because he
was over there on that show that we met Allie at.
Right, and nobody wants them on their panels anymore, except some, you know, what do I call them? Oh, I don't know. People that don't care about their panel, put it that way. They don't care who they have sit with, you know. But we do.
We learned the hard way, though.
Yeah, we did. Oh, God.
Keep my name out your fucking mouth. Problem. I'm not Hayley. I was never
I can't take it.
And I don't even know who she is. I never went to court. Nothing to do with me whenever I ever went to court. I live in fucking Kent, for crying out.
Oh, God.
Anyway, all the bombs. This is why we gotta watch the bombs around here, because the bombs will drop. But yeah, so the proof is in the pudding. I was over there. That's why the show was late today, because again, that gentleman is basically what he'll do is, like, if I shut down the show right now and Stephanie and I are talking, you know, behind after the show, he'll come in to attack us and then basically say he's going to give out our information. He's going to stalk us. All right. Be right back. You got a code white. She's feisty. Yeah, Minx. Well, we're definitely being defined as feisty, aggressive, you know, man haters. And it's not true. It's not true at all. I'll respect you if you respect me, but you won't be talking to me crazy on the panel. So you can get that out of here. If you're going to get up there and call me bees, anybody, and you start off like that, you're not going to get none of my time. If you can come and talk to me like a human being and tell me what your problem is, I'm still not really going to care enough to like give it any energy. But if it helps you get over it so that you can keep going, fine. If you want to keep banging yourself on the keyboard and laughing, you know, crazy as you think you're trying to hurt somebody, all that's going to end. Your pain is your pain. Take on your pain, deal with why you got issues about people, and move on. A lot of these men are mad because us secure women know what we want. I'm never going to go against Bonnie Tyler's song. She even said it. I need a hero that's holding out for the end of the fight, honey. That fight is strong. You got to know who you are in this day of age. You got to have some type of thought, or you're going to be a weak-minded person losing your mind in your own little corner on your own device, just like they said, mama, huh? Hotel California. They're all stuck on these devices looking for somebody to give them attention, hoping that somebody's paying attention to their BS. Why they're creating these lies for someone to feel sorry for them. I stopped feeling sorry for Weirdo. I even found a clip about it the other day when he was on the panel, and I just said, I'm getting off this panel because he's on here. I don't want to be a part of that. I'm not going to be places that I don't, you know, care for the people, but I'm definitely going to see who they really are, because this shows who Rodney really is, like you said.
Yeah.
And nobody respects him. So, you know what I mean? There's really no
right.
Keep on trying to help somebody who don't want to help themselves. People say they don't want this mess. Then we have a freaking heart attack out here. You know, they're like stroking out, right? I'm not lying. They're stroking out, Stephanie. They literally are like, ah!
Oh, man, it's not going to give me a stroke, that's for sure. Maybe from laughing so much, I'll have a heart attack, but oh, my God.
Good evening.
Oh.
Well,
he already tried to go to Alley Cat. See? Uh-huh.
He did?
Yeah. Alley Cat wrote.
Sorry, I had it up. Okay,
that's okay.
Janet, he came into my stream last night. I didn't even say hello, just blocked him. Yep, I know who he is.
Oh,
Is he
yeah.
still on Kitty? I think he was on her panel after she said that. I don't know. I'm not sure. If he did, he's attacking her. He's just attacking. Everybody he tries to say is his troll. He's attacking them.
Right.
The only difference is he can't attack Janet. I'm in real time. I'm right here alive now, knowing that, again, he's over there. He can't stalk us. So we need to know where that weirdo is, because there's a lot of them in the bushes. A lot of weirdos who stalk me and think about me and want to bring me down and want to tear my channel down and want to cause everybody not to like Janet. They're out there. And, you know, big ups to your job, because if that's all you're wasting your time on, you're going to lose again. It's like you did the first time. There is no bringing me down. I told you, I'm the turtle. You're the hare. You already know who wins the race. Slow and steady, darling. Know your position and know your role. And if you're out here to stream and you're not bringing content, then you look real silly just sitting here talking to folks about your sad little stories on how you're going nowhere in life. Men and women belong together and have the right to be happy with each other. For some reason, they're taking the heterosexual and throwing it into the ground. If you want to be bisexual, you're allowed. If you want to be gay, you're allowed. Leave people alone and stop acting like you're supposed to be their boss. Janet, Dan came over to, I did the same to him. Bye, Felicia. Okay.
Yeah, see, he's searching for a place to sit where he can tell all his lies about his fantasy life. See, he needs that attention.
Hi, Mr. Blue.
Yeah, he's just trying to find a place to sit, spread his lies. No, he's been banned from so many panels.
Which is good, because he should have been up there.
I know.
There you go.
5
All there.
pages long.
Fucking idiot.
5 pages long. My statement was extensive. It went back over 9 years, Dan. 5 pages long. And there were 3 of them.
It's well more than 5 pages long. It goes on and it goes on.
Where's the rest of it? Dan, you just read out the charges that you were pleaded guilty for. That you are not to be harassing me.
I've got all the statements.
That you are not to be harassing me or Hayley. And that's all you've done in the last 5 months is keep putting my name in your mouth. And I have come to today for the first time and said,
this is better than my movie.
You see how calm she is? That's when you strike. That's when you strike.
With malicious communication and harassment. I was not.
He has been.
I'm your victim.
So I'm telling you now,
Hayley,
mark my words.
Your
there is an
victim.
order against both of you. Now, you know what?
No,
give her fair credit.
No
Hayley's
order
never bothered me. She's left me
me.
alone. But you're
There
the
is
only
no
one, Chrissy.
order against
You're the only one,
me,
Chrissy
Daniel.
And
I
guess
have
what?
not
My
been
solicitors are
charged
gonna get it all
by
tomorrow,
the
so
police
fuck
to
off.
have an order on me.
Oh, God.
That's
I'm sorry, I'm laughing. I know. I mean, it's not funny. You know, it's not funny how he stalks women, but I just love him being put in his place, Janet. I just love it.
By a modern woman. Big ups to Minx, because she's holding her ground. She's going to make him rage quit. That is the whole point. She is going to make him rage quit with the truth.
And then he'll go make a live stream.
He's gonna go make a live stream. Tupler said if Minx managed to trigger Dan offline, I'd be impressed.
Oh my God.
The reason why Dan needs to get off the line is because he's attacking women, and everyone has the proof, and me and you are 2 of the proof, and so is Minx. So what can you say? How many more women does he get to do this to? Why do we get called the wild animals? This is why yesterday when the mid-30s guy tried to say I called people the P word, he's saying,
Yeah. We don't even talk about that kind of stuff here, ever. He's a liar too. You just want to make up stories.
They'll lie on women because of what, certain people said. They're weak men who prey on women online. How do you have two girlfriends online that you pretend one you were married to? The other one didn't even say yes. He was calling her his girlfriend. She didn't even say yes. He forgot to write her the note. Will you be my girlfriend? Yes or no?
Oh my God, Janet. Oh, a YouTube girlfriend. Come on. Oh my God. It's getting out of hand. And you know what, Janet? If you get a YouTube boyfriend, I don't want to know about it. Oh God, I don't even want to know about it, okay?
Well, you see why I joked around with it? Because it's not real. And everybody was believing it. They're running around like, oh, you wanted this, you want that. Not I, said the rabbit.
All I can do is laugh.
Long around me. I don't like to sit around no beta male that needs attention. He used to scream at his panelists like, I want to talk. I need you to shut up so I can talk.
Oh God.
They don't care. Nobody respects him. Even his own members. That's what I said. They gave up. His membership got demonetized, so there's no more of that. He definitely has to bang and panhandle now. Now he has a girlfriend.
Oh God.
His YouTube girlfriend.
Even that Mona lady jumped up and was talking about Bronsberg
YouTube boyfriend. And she's from the UK. She's from the UK. He's from the United States. He's from New York. Really? How's that working out? Is that another simulation that they're trying to copy? Because Janet's already played that one, got the T-shirt, and moved on.
Oh, that was so funny because it's like, oh, I'm so happy you have a YouTube boyfriend.
Mona came over and said, I'm with an American. Are you mad? No. You picked the most ignorant one out of all the Americans, darling. All to try to be relevant. Why? Because he used to be over here and liked him some Janet. Ooh. They all like me. That's, it's weird. Because I don't need it. You don't see me crying. Honey, I'm making some barbecue chicken for lunch. About to get off of my live and be listening to Minx. Let's see if she's still over there, Mama.
Okay.
Bye, mate. Keep my name out your mouth. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go. Thank you very much. I'll go when I want. Boring to you.
I'm going to listen to some music.
I do not go. I did not go in court. I want to put that out there. That was between him and that Hazelbird.
You're the one that's saying that, not me.
Yeah. Don't say nothing about it. I was never thrown out of court for being an uncredible witness. There is no such word.
Either. I said
my statements weren't thrown out either. That's not how it went down, Daniel, and you know that. None of it was thrown out. That's why you got a guilty charge. All the witness statements were false. Then it would have just been Haley's word against yours. But all the witness statements. Did you go guilty or not guilty?
Right, he pleaded guilty
what was your
for harassing a woman on YouTube.
Conviction. Did you get guilty or not guilty? Did you know what was your conviction?
Yep.
Guilty, not guilty. Guilty, no, that's your sentence. What was your conviction?
Yeah, come on, Dan. What was it?
What, Dad?
Say the words.
Say the words.
That's the crime. What is your conviction? Say it.
My conviction
begins with a G, ends with a Y. I am. That is your conviction. Guilty. That means you admitted to everything. That means you admitted to everything you had been charged with. And my name, which you so happily read out, thank you, proves that. That you were charged guilty for the crimes you were charged with, which you read out.
Which were malicious communications on the internet with a woman.
So you cannot go around going backtracking and saying, I did this and I did that. When you were charged, guilty.
Things had too much coffee this
morning. You're charged with guilty. What it means, Daniel, it doesn't mean you've lied to the court. It means that you have admitted to the crimes charged.
Yep.
Put it before you.
I pleaded guilty. I was never found guilty. I pleaded guilty.
It's same thing. Same thing, guys.
It means you've admitted to the crime.
Same thing.
Yeah, I pleaded guilty for
right. Well, you so thankfully read that bit out there that has my name on it.
So what he tried to do is, in the process of her telling exactly, she's on fire, because what happened was, Anthony, before I started my show, I was over at Rodney's because Minx was there. She was stating that he is putting out her real name because he's angry, because we're basically spreading the truth about him. So he's attacking her by putting her name, telling people to go to her house. So when I go over there, just so you know, she knows somebody's supporting her because she don't need no help. This is when he went to somebody that she knows and asked for her address so he could come to her house, so that he could bring somebody to her house. Now, Minx has, a 15-year-old child, I think. So, her friends alerted her that he was asking for her information. So that's why she's over there, Anthony, defending herself, because he's, again, attacking Minx. So he jumps back and forth. He wants to attack us, me and Steph. He called Steph a silly cow. He basically wants to break, have women feeling like he has some type of authority over them.
Yeah.
We're good for is the kitchen, and we need to shut our mouths. It's not happening. You're not going to keep abusing women out here and think that the women aren't going to fight back.
Right. I was good
enough to be all emotional, because just like Coach said, we are emotional creatures. Innocent people don't plead guilty, said Alley Cat.
Exactly.
And Allie, that's the crazy part. In America, anybody saying they did something, you're going down for that. So you can't turn around and say, but I didn't do it. I just thought pleading guilty was the easier sentence.
Same thing here, Donna. It's the same thing. He pleaded guilty, so he probably took a plea, see? But in it, like Allie says, I mean, if I'm innocent of a crime, I want my trial. I'm not going to plead guilty to something I did not. I'm not going to plead guilty.
I want my trial. I'm going to prove my innocence.
That's right.
Yeah, Rods is allowing doxing.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. He is allowing the slug over there, Templar, to do his crap. And this is what we're saying. The best way to kill somebody off is not allow them to the panels. Cut them from the show. Oh, Minx, hit the link, boo. We was listening.
I hope you're
just listening.
Yeah, that's right. I hope your voice, honey, is good.
I know, because we don't want you losing your voice over this, but everybody give Minx a round of applause. But we were listening, girl. And he over there doing the most. And this is what we're saying. You can't allow people to have this platform. Hi, darling.
Bloody hell. Honestly, I'm going to lose my voice, mate. As you can tell, I don't shout very much. So as soon as I'm going to lose my voice. I'm not going to do that again. But honestly, did you hear it, though? Him admitting the whole charges that he was charged with my name in there as well, but trying to make it was a statement. Did you catch that? And that day in court thing, I caught that.
Yep, we caught it. We actually came in right when you were saying
that away from us, our day in court. Yeah, to face him, to say what we wanted to say to his face, to put that to rest, to quit being his victim. Yeah, and he removed that all from us, but he doesn't feel that he's guilty as charged, though, does he? Because it's in his head that he didn't do it. Now, the police know this as well. They know why he went guilty and all that, but he read it all out, but there's no statements because you just don't. He was reading out the charges, wasn't he? The court charges and the actual. And when I said to him, he kept skirting around it, wouldn't he? Your conviction. No, that's your charges. No, that's your sentence. Your conviction.
You made him say it.
And he wouldn't say it. I had to make him. And he even said, yeah, all right, I blended it in with a sentence. No, Dan, guilty. Listen to that. Guilty. That means you have admitted that you have done those things you've been charged with. And because you read out that thing to try and pretend it was a statement, you dropped yourself in it by my name was in there. Calling my kid a spastic. Is that all they had? I'm sure it wasn't. I'm sure it was a lot more than that. But the fact is, yeah, that's the only thing they could stick it on because that was the one thing they could draw. The rest of it all blended into YouTube shit. So we are at the whim of these people over here because of the law.
Mm-hmm.
And it is. But the whole thing, as you see, no, my statements were part of the Haley thing. It went guilty. So therefore, what's that say about the statements?
Well, this is what we were saying. In America, nobody who's innocent pleads guilty.
That's right.
They do all the time over here because they know they'll get a lighter sentence, slap on the wrist, and then they can run about and carry on doing it again, which is what the police said. They said to me, yes, we know he's going to do that. Basically, it might be a case of letting him run until he does something real bad, like online, because it will never be offline. Oh, we know Daniel, we've known him 20 odd years, and it's like, really? Okay. But yeah, then it's like they're leaving it. Well, they said. And then eventually there will be a time when we have him up in court again. But it's one of those moments where they keep arresting them and they get away with it because of this, because of that, and muck around. And then, sorry, I'm making coffee as well because I need to. I'm all right. I don't, I'm psychopath me. I flip for one. No, I'm joking. But yeah. So, and I think. And the police and me have had deep conversations about this. I mean, I've had counsellors from the police because of all this.
Oh, wow. He had the nerve. Hold on. He had the nerve to say no our place. Listen, he talking shit mess about women.
I'm going back to my game.
No, I was saying, I just want you to hear. He said, know our place. Know where you're at in the kitchen.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's the crutch of what
that
it
is. That is the stupid rhetoric of a weak man who attacks women on the internet and thought that we weren't going to fight back. That's why we were over here like big ups to Minx. Yeah. That's why I said I didn't come over there to help you. You didn't need no help, honey.
But I'll tell you what,
but I came over there to have your back because again, I know exactly what you're saying. And the fact that Rodney allows it on his panel, you were girl, you didn't hold back.
But they don't even know where it's coming from because it has been going on for 8 years because of my PlayStation streams, and before that it was the Ustream stuff. Man has been there from day one, as long as I can remember. I mean, my boy's 14 now, and when my boy was 7 years old, he was calling social services saying she's got a 7 or 8 year old kid there, and he's a spastic, and that's where it all started from. So
it's just the women again talking about we shouldn't have the right to vote.
7 years, if we give or take a few months here and there. Do you know what I mean? 7 years. That's just like ridiculous. My daughter used to live here and then she's moved out during all this. Well, do you know what I mean? It's like he's been in our lives, in and out, trying to find out where I live, trying to find all about us, blackening my name, defamation of character assassination for 7 years.
Yeah, Dan has incel tendencies. Exactly. And he literally just asked somebody for Minx's address today so he could try to attack her in the real world.
Yeah, but he didn't ask him online, though. He emailed someone who he thought was going to stab me in the back because he's the only one that's got my address. Oh, he might have, but he said, I don't even remember it, but he said, I don't have it. I wouldn't give it out. I wouldn't do that. You've got your boy there. This is just YouTube shit. I'd never do that. Because whether or not that's true, who knows? But the fact is, to have him suddenly call and say that, it wasn't exactly a ploy. There's no reason. Why else would he? Why, I was trying to pick about why else, because we know who we're dealing with here, don't we? So why else would he do that? And I think, well, there's no gain for him to lie just to ring me. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not like I'm having a conversation with him. He ain't phoned back.
Right.
Yeah. So there's no reason. So I'm working that out. You know, a bit of a detective I am. So I thought, right, if it was just a ploy to get to talk to me again, he'd be ringing and ringing. He'd be trying again, wouldn't he?
Right.
So, and he hasn't. So there I'm thinking, right, it's not just a ploy. It is no, that's gone too far. You're there with a kid on your own and that. So no. So at least he's got some limits, eh? But I don't think what it is, he don't want to be seen to be helping Dan because he knows how far he's gone now and he knows the police are watching him and all that. So, you know, I don't think he wants to mess with someone on a suspended sentence. To be quite honest, it wouldn't look good for Brian with his, would it?
Right. Oh, so Brian, where's your intel?
You were, oh, no, yeah, Brian. It was, well,
because I said
the
Reuters that it wasn't.
Yeah, no, I said, look, is it all right if I say that? He said, yeah, whatever. I'm in bed. I'm just watching it. And then I say it. And it's like, and then he emails me. I was like, well, hold on, no. And he said, yeah, you know, so, you know, we're all right, whatever, we'll just leave that like that. And that's why I'm thinking, right, well, you've got to pick apart these things. But the fact is, he could have given that out well before. And Dan was trying it when I sort of like dropped out of the dream team. He jumped straight on. And then Brian then said to me he's trying to get your phone number off of me in those pictures. So from day one.
Because Seaside Mark is Mickey Blue Eyes. Yeah, Seaside Mark is Mickey Blue Eyes.
I've seen some videos. Seaside Mark in Kitties, and then Rick Productions in there. Seaside Mark and all that, and I'm like, oh, that's where I thought, oh, okay, Seaside Mark, yeah.
Yeah, so, that's where he comes from.
Yeah, in Kitties and stuff like that over the last 6 or 7 months, 8 months. So, yeah, no one hides. No one hides.
They ever so muchly try, though.
Oh, I know that.
This is his last hoorah on someone's panel, slugging up their panel. I mean, clearly a panel killing someone's shit show that's already going. Excuse my French. But yeah.
X is saying something there, but I don't know. Yeah, it could be exactly. Sometimes they tell you just to big themselves up and they're not there.
Yeah, he said that he was Claire Bear too, and he wasn't Claire.
I think one time he said he was bleeding heart and all, and he wasn't. So yeah, it's a bit of a demo, I suppose. But all I'm saying is, I mean, I don't trust it. You know me. I don't trust any of them as far as I'm concerned. But if the intel comes to me like that, then I can't exactly spit it back, can I? Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay.
Well, when he's going to ask people about addresses, the reason that he actually got eliminated was because he was over there with them. And Brian didn't go through Esau to tell me that he didn't want to be a member over here. He could just chose not to be a member.
Yeah.
So,
but no, Brian doing that, it's because obviously that's too far and whatever. And everybody knows I haven't actually done, and it is just a woman dependence. But for Dan and that proves that when he has beef online, he takes it into the real world and he starts harassing people in the real world. Now, if Brian had been another kind of a mood, whatever, then that lays open the fact of what else does that mean? He could get onto all sorts, and that puts you in such a dangerous position that he will try and get anybody around you or whatever to get your address and all that, and you're supposed to. Well, it's pure gaslighting and abuse from people you don't even know. I won't let even blokes who live with me and whatever abuse me. So, but it's also
and that's why I was saying a modern woman nowadays is not going to allow it, and they trying to say we're masculine, but we're not. So again, I didn't see a masculine woman. I saw a modern woman standing up for the rights and the truth of what this man's doing in real time. He went behind the scenes while he's sitting on the panel and literally asked for her information, private information.
Yeah.
So what people can't see that's not serious? And we don't look like helpless victims. I'm not helpless. Yeah, he tried to say he's going to dox me. He tried to do it behind the scenes when the show was over so that there's no evidence. But one thing this slug doesn't realize, some of us are not liars like him. We stand with the receipt. The receipt can be shown at any time. Because people don't want to believe it or they want the controversy, that's when they're going to believe him. Other than that, no one believes him. He's just a big joke.
Oh, but he's done it before to me years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. See, that's what I said. You can't hurt me now, Daniel. It's not like it was 5 or 6 years ago. You don't frighten me anymore. Now, what I mean by that is there was a big sort of like thing on PlayStation where it was like, it was worse than it is here. And now for him to give out my address and phone number there, yeah, you had 1,000 people phoning polices on you and some polices, pizzas on you, police, all sorts. And it was scary. And at the time, obviously, the first time it happens to you, it's scary as fuck because you don't know what to expect. So the second time around, here we are. I'm like, oh, whatever. Because I haven't got all that behind me. There aren't that many people who want to hate on me. It isn't like it was 5 years ago. I mean, he even got onto Pigeon on the PS4. Pigeon don't know shit about me for the last, 5 years? Now, he's clawing at straws from... Not Pigeon Raj, this Birmingham guy, little fat fucker that used to troll me on PlayStation. And it is all that Pigeon used to troll everybody, basically. It was another crap streamer that kept getting banned. So I feel it's a bit of like fame chasing. It's like first of all, it was, I know her, because everybody was like, oh, Minx is really funny, she's really nice. And he absolutely hated it.
They don't want you to like certain people, and
right.
Dan wants everybody paying attention, or Slug Boy, I should say. Not his name. Yeah, he wants everyone paying attention to him, so that's why I say he goes up to the panel, he tells his lies, and then he expects people to believe.
Like my streams were doing channel, on PlayStation was doing far better than his. I had music and everything, and I was getting views, and he was just trying to turn everybody against me, like he is now. But he was going deep into my world there, messaging like my friends and stuff like that and whatever, finding out where I lived. And they were giving it all to him, not friends. But they were finding it all out. They were all getting all embroiled because it was a PlayStation bunch. And that's why I gave all that up. Because there's obviously, that was kids, obviously, he's manipulating. And kids will do that. Kids will run around. I mean, kids will phone fire engines every 5 minutes if they know the number. Do you know what I mean? So, of course, when he was putting a number out on his screen, that's her number, I was getting loads of calls for a while. Yeah, okay. But then he'd be calling me as well. And I was recording it and then putting it up on the thing. So, look, can't call it. And they'll go, oh, my God, is he calling you? Right. Is he doing it? And I said, he's doing it on a private. I said, give me your number, Daniel, because it's only fair, eh? It's only fair. I did what I did then, really, turned him around until he was propelled and forced into doing it. So he eventually doxed his own number, kind of thing. Well, every one of my people who are watching me took that number down, and he got no end of hassle for ages until he had to change his number. And that's when he starts with the I'm being trolled. So do you see how it happens? Because they didn't attack me, that's why he's angry. Because no one has done his bidding. No one is
attacking Janet.
Yeah, no one sends him emails to let him know that someone's talking about him. No one sends him emails or phone calls. No one jumps on like you did onto the panel and then to defend him and really go. No one's doing that for him, are they? And I'm still getting it now to this day. The fact is, it's because I'm not a cunt. Deep down, people don't want to hurt me. It's all entertainment. No one wants me locked up, mate. Where the hell would you get all the entertainment from? You know?
Bunga said Minx is currently on Empress Janet's Venti. Big ups.
I don't know what it is today. I tell you what, I'm menopausal. I will. But I've just had just about enough of that courtroom drama thing being played out.
Right.
I'm fed up with it.
He doesn't have another story to go with, though. He's losing momentum. That's why I said the echo is coming around him. He's crashing.
Yeah.
His whole world's about to end out here.
Because we went negative.
The last panels you can sit on. Once this one realizes that, again, he's not even there. Like, literally.
I mean, when no one's talking about him, he's got no hair.
Yeah, but Rodney jumped ship on his own show.
Rodney, do you know what? Rodney's going to end up porn bombing his own show just to fucking. Do you know what I mean? I don't care anymore. Whipping his bits out all over. I don't know. I mean, what level do these people go to? I don't know. Rodney's a.
Wait, Mix, wait.
Oh, Rodney's plonkers.
Wait, listen. All the evidence is there.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Look, Rodney bailed out. Look. Rodney bailed out, and he knows he was listening, so he just rage quit. He just finally left, sister. Good job.
He's quit his own stream, aren't they?
Yeah, because they're in the chat room triggering him. So he got intel that you're over here. So he's on his way.
Of course I am over here. Of course I am. I'm with the ladies. I feel safer over here. I feel you know, fucking hormones are all raging. We're all right.
Rodney
I feel
bailed on his
safer.
own ship. Yeah, this
Well,
ship
you wouldn't let people jump up here and just fucking sit there and hurl abuse at me and try and dox my address, would you? Do you know what I mean? No, people don't know.
That's
People
why
don't do that to
Stephanie
each other.
said she can't respect Rodney anymore because he's allowing that whole
That's why I had to shut him down, because Rodney weren't controlling him. I had to shut him down. He was very close to dishing out as much information as he bloody well could get hold of. I had to shut that shit down. Rodney
I
can't
know.
control.
Bunga Bunga.
went
Give
through
Bunga
someone.
Bunga a round of applause. He said, I just put in the chat room that Minx was here. I saw you, Boo.
Hiding. No, I'm not ready. Yeah, no, of course I
Yeah,
will.
I
Of course
saw
I
you,
am.
Boo. He's shutting it down over there. He rage quit. This is what she was saying. He's obsessed with her. He is creating a narrative that he's being trolled, but yet he just got off the panel to come into the bushes.
Yeah, it's always. I mean, have I ever said anything about Dan, got up on here and gone Dan? No. You know, so it's the as you call it, the simulation where he spun it around, and you can tell what the memory problem's like because he can't even remember half of what he's saying.
Yeah.
And then when he pulled up about it, and then he starts to remember, you see the look of shock and colour drains from his face, doesn't it? It's like. You can literally
He looked like a kid that stole some candy from the candy store.
We're parents. We've seen that look 1,000 times, mate.
Man, you made his whole face go white.
And it is like, well, stop talking that shit and stop bringing up all that crap. Talk about yourself. Talk about something. Just stop talking about other fucking women and people. Maybe if he went out once in a while, he'd have a bit more to talk about. Oh, no, actually, look what happens there. He goes out for 2 days in a row and suddenly starts stalking some bloke saying it's his boyfriend.
X said if Dan's in the bushes, it's time for a pee.
That's a big fuck off bush. It'd have to be Kew Gardens, mate. For him to Hyde Park. Yeah, in the bushes.
Yeah.
Blimey.
No, that's right, Mama Boogie. Mama Boogie's in the building. Hey. Yeah. So again, made it happen, sister. Even though you don't know and understand, and we understand. So again, the fight is real. These people are lost in this world. No one believes him. But the problem comes in when you're giving him energy on the panel.
Yes,
so
which is why I never do, but I just couldn't hold it back.
I know, but listen. You showing the truth that Rodders is allowing this is going to definitely look bad for Rodders. That's why I kept telling Rodney, you're not going to go nowhere with this panel slug here.
Nope.
And we're not allowing him on no channel. We're shutting him down on every level. He's not allowed on no one's panel. So if you have that effort on your panel, then people are going to come.
Well, it is. It's like you're his latest victim. So if it wasn't you he was talking about on other people's panels, it was me. And it was just like, oh, fuck. So he went on to Cosmic Kitties and tried to do it. He went on to some other one. That one I said to you about, that captain somebody or other. Oh, fucking hell, I've gone and lost it again in my head. Anyway, he tried to go over there, an old guy from sort of like PS4 days. He tried to do the same thing there. Reels, whatever. I mean, when I first joined Reels, I popped back in the Telegram group and the back chat when you could see it, and that's when Dan started shaking in his boots. I scrolled back like I do to see what people have been saying, what I can catch up on. There was all me, all pictures of me, when Dan was trying to tell Reel, don't talk to her. Yeah. And then I said to Reel, oh, what's it all about? And he went, oh, yeah, that's when Dan was, when you were jumping on first of all, when he was saying jump on, and then Dan was going, no, don't let her on. And then he was putting all that in the back. So it's like, right. And everywhere I go.
It's almost like never-ending torture. Just like when Shines got up there and you see how he was wanting my attention. I'm not messing with him. Because the other night when I was in America, again, the mid-30s guy, Yeah, he tried to go over there and team up with him, talking about you got something in common. And even the mid-30s guy was like, no, we don't.
Right.
Because he
Well,
doesn't
I'll
even
keep my
like
eye
the
on that one.
UK.
But
He
as you,
just
yeah, as
uses
you know, it's not like I sit with them. I just didn't have a lot of choice there, did I? You know, but,
Stephanie said he said today he's retired from the government.
oh dear.
He said that today on Rodney's Minx.
Oh,
I know.
See,
Another lie.
It's never malicious, and that's what I mean. Yeah, you could have a laugh and have a giggle and pretend and be a character like that Frank, whatever.
Yeah,
But
like Fitness Frank.
yeah, Fitness Frank. Yeah, your husband. Yes. So yeah. So if that's fine, putting over a persona for entertainment. But when you start to degrade people's lives, upset people, and try and character assassination is what he's been doing with me recently, isn't he?
Yes,
So
try me too. Hi, Claire.
So of
He's
course,
not
when
old
you
enough to
start
retire,
hurting
said
people and
Louie.
having to do that, you're not worthy of any platform. None.
He's not. He's
No.
really not. I know. She said my husband.
That's right, Frank. Yeah, Frank is her husband.
No, Frank broke up with me. That's the new narrative. Frank broke up with me.
Oh no! Oh well, he sent a video this morning, didn't he? A 7 o'clock fucking exercise video. So
I love it. He's still in love with me.
I saw that. It was like exercise in the morning. I thought, oh Jesus, I don't need to see that first thing in the morning, can you? Because I'm kind of getting it my end when I wake up and I pop on.
Yeah.
Because it's popped up on my main screen. So I'm like, oh God, there's Frank wiggling his.
Next said Stephanie, does retired from the government mean they cut his social benefits?
Yeah, he wouldn't get benefits if he was retired from the government. He'd get his pension check. He's
That's
so
right,
full
yeah.
of crap.
We get paid for by the government.
Yeah.
And it's like, I didn't realise I was working for the government. Hold on a minute. Oh, okay. See, it doesn't help our fight, does it? Well, not really our fight. I mean, I still like, shoot me for saying it, mate, but I still like having the door opened for me and a man helping me put my coat on. I still like that. There's got to be a real nice blend. And I don't think it's about what women can do, what men can do, and that men should be scared of being chivalrous, because that's what they're getting confused with. Chivalry is not what we're talking about. We don't want chivalry to go out the window. Of course not. It makes us feel special. And as I've said, if we didn't have to be the forefront, the breadwinner, the child bringer, the fighter, the screamer, then maybe we would be able to be those delicate little females they want again. But the men aren't being men. They're coming into our lives and they're sitting down going, right, well, I'm going to sit on the PlayStation, or I'm going to watch football, or I'm going to go around a pub with my mates. I might work a couple of days a week. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, yeah, great, thanks.
Right.
And you feel like you've lost yourself.
Connection.
Yeah. And then you have to build up this armor against the world because you feel like you're facing it alone. You're doing the bills, you're doing the shopping, you're doing the kids, you're doing everything. And then they expect us to be little delicate wallflowers and all like, oh dear, oh darling. Well, you weren't there for 15 hours of the day when I had everything going on. So why the fuck should I rely on you for the last 2?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, if I can do all that on my own, then I obviously don't need you. So they've got to make me feel like I can't live without them. Not that I can't do it on my own, because I bloody well can. They've got to make me feel like their influence in my life is better, and it's made, and the quality of life is better since they've joined it. But if any negativities start appearing and they start taking things away, and you were better off on your own, then that's where we are with that. And then we have to brave up again, and off we go, bravado, another divorcee, another single person, And it's a fight. It's hard work. And we're still not allowed to ask guys out on dates because they find it a bit emasculating. Oh, make your minds up. Do you know what I mean? See, if I was allowed to take my choice of what husband, I'd probably be married by now with like 10 kids.
So there's 3 types of definitions for it. And that's what that is.
So I can't read that.
Courteous behavior, especially of that of a man towards a woman. Hi, Cosmic Kitty. So that's what she's saying, X. There is a part about knights, noblemen, horsemen. But when we're talking about being courteous behavior, especially of the man towards the woman, we want the chivalry.
Yes.
We don't want to be
We've got
without it. You will be respectful. And that's
we
what
have expensive shoes and we spend a lot of money on our pedicures.
To no channel and tell me what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah. Yeah. They walk about in caterpillar boots and traipse through all sorts of fields, don't they, men? I mean, when you've got boys as a son, don't your carpets get dirtier than when you've got daughters? They seem to just go cross-cut. They walk as the crow flies, don't they, men? So they're just like, whatever. Now, we've got expensive shoes. We have pedicures. We get our hair done. We don't want to be traipsing about in the wind and the cold and whatever. We want door-to-door sort of service. We want someone to be kind and nice and understand that we can't be like men like that. But to give us our due to know that we don't need you, but we would like to have you around. We want you, but we don't need you. And that's where they get confused. And it's not being a delicate little female to worry about your £450 shoes getting dirty. You know what I mean? That's that's what it is. And then I've had men that have flipped it around on me and go, oh, why don't you just come and pick me up then? Why do you women always have to get... It's like, oh, well, it's what hard work is that? I mean, to be around somebody like that, you have to keep... qualifying why you're doing things and explaining to people what you're doing it for. Because I've got 6-inch damn heels, mate. I don't want to be walking all the way up the road,
I think that the slob was like obsessed thinking he could be with you. That's what I think. They think that they can be with you. And so they build this fantasy world where they believe they can say anything to be the top dog.
I think in
He's
his
not a prize
fantasy world,
to be won,
he built
though.
it up that he was around me at some point, that he knows me better than anybody else knows me. I mean, at one point he was even fantasizing and telling people his fantasy idea that he used to live near me and he knew all about me and I was in and out of prison, social care and all sorts, and I should have my kids taken off of me. That was when both my kids were with me. So it's been deep and dark. And then, of course, that fed on to all the little bullshit because I was new. So obviously that fed on to all the crap. And I got no ownership. But as I've told you, what happened to all of that? Obviously, I'm not going to say it out here, but that's why. It's because it just puts a dirty, horrible cloud over everything you do. And then there was moving away. And there's moving down here. And then he starts dredging up a relationship that I was being abused in. Who wants to be remote? Yeah, that's gaslighting in its purest form, and it keeps throwing that up in my face. And it's like, just as I'm moving on, getting on with my life and things are fine, I suddenly have to relive all those moments again out of his mouth.
Out of his mouth, exactly. That's why he thinks he can do those
in his way
things.
Yeah, and he puts that disgusting spin on it that it was all my fault, and it's like, oh yeah, she had sex on fucking. Do you know what I mean?
Just making false accusations.
Yeah. And then he's throwing all back in my face, all because
you're in a troll. See, this is what I'm saying, guys. The victim perpetrator.
All because I told him to fuck off and leave me alone all those years ago as well. Yeah, all because I said I don't know him.
And how long is somebody supposed to put up with this before they get tired? And this is why us modern women, hello, DJ Black Charm. This is when women have to stand up. Dan wears 400, 500-pound shirts. Oh God.
But can I just say as well, generalizing me in with all the other trolls accusations, I have never once got in a car and driven to his house. I have never once sent anything to his house. I have always been, and that's why mine went to court and whatever, and that's why the Haley thing got done as guilty, because we literally dropped out of everything when that all started. It was like, well, I didn't do all that. That was all the others. He has had countless people climbing all over his bungalow, attacking him and whatever, because of the stuff he does, because of what he's doing. See, who's to say I didn't have 15 brothers or sisters, cousins, whatever, that would have quite happily. It's only because I'm an older woman and whatever, and I wouldn't get my family in that involved, and nobody's going to do that. Do you know what I mean? But he doxed my address, he doxed my phone number. And as I said on there, the only people that tried to actually utilize it was him, because nobody bothered me. I got no trouble from it whatsoever. Never did. Right now, someone doxed his address and his phone number. Oh, they're all over it. And he got 50 trolls and he got people coming up to his house and all that. But he had already given out his phone number and his address. He'd already done that before. And he got pizzas delivered, like that Rick Productions we were watching. Same thing. They were doing all that to him. They were doing the same thing. And you had him raging. And of course, I was screaming, la, 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 unbeknownst to what was going on and all this.
Right.
And that's when he came to me and took all of that rage out on me.
That's why I can't turn my camera on because of this.
Yes, we spoke about this.
He will try to clip the picture and then try to do weird things with my picture.
That's what I mean. It does. It shuts you down. Now, I haven't even let my abusive ex-partner do that to me, who was with me all day, every day for 9 years. I know, you know what I mean? I wouldn't even let a human being, I wouldn't let a dog treat me like that and deal with, you know, and just ignore it. But I've let it ride. But I've been dragged into every one of his troll things because I talk to people. I mean, apparently I was the head of the trolling ring at one point. Now, of course, it's somebody else. You know, Richard Hole, Spider Bite, all that. Because I talk to them, I'm a troll. It's because of memory, and I remember people, and I remember the conversations that me and Spider Bite had about 4, 5, 6 years ago. Poor sod, he probably doesn't. I'm not going to gaslight him and tell him all about it. But yeah, I remember it all because my mind works like that. It's, you know, I was there. See, a fact you'll remember because it happened. But a lie will keep changing. It will blend because it never happened. It all come out of your head. My facts have never changed. Spider Bite, Reptile, all those used to come on my streams years ago on PlayStation. We used to have a right old laugh. So,
well, Louis said, Stephanie, he gets benefits. The government have not retired him. They can't. He's not old enough to retire. So he can't call the police on us. He keeps saying he's going to bring down my channel. He keeps threatening me with the Google. He keeps, you know, trying to go to people and say that Janet's crazy. And again, now he's trying to attack Minx because Minx is over here. And this is what
I've come out of the woodwork, because I'm not scared and I don't. But you can see what I'm doing though. I still can't. Still don't feel safe to do my own streams on my own.
Right. This is a good point, but they actually say they're going to pay cash when they get there. That's how they're sending the pizzas. Because normally we play with a credit card. Yeah, but if you say you're paying with cash when they get there, that's how they can send the pizza.
Yeah.
Jamie. Jamie said, Slug, you're a fat, smelly, lazy bone, idle waste of air.
Hi, Irish. Hello, Irish. But, I mean, the thing is, right, over at Sheppey, where I was living, you couldn't get Just Eat for love nor money. I was like, good luck to you, mate. Because he was trying there. He was like, oh, yeah, she lives in Sheppey Beach Villas. Now, that ain't very big. There's only about 100 flats, and everyone knew me, right? Everyone. And they came to me and they were going, oh, Chris, have you heard this fact? So everyone in Laysan started to get to know what he was doing as well, mate. Honestly, and they're travellers. They were going, should we all go up there? And I was like, no. I had to stop sort of like, and I was like, no, because it got too big.
Well, Anthony said that you could drive across the entire UK in a couple hours. I'd be scared to live close to some of these people.
That's what I mean. He's what, Bedfordshire is 2 hours away from me.
Irish Flame said makes you on fire.
But that's why I told you, didn't I? I did already say, if I was to go at him in defense of you or whatever, he'll start doxing me address because I live in the same country. But because of you, he hasn't got that. So he's attacking everybody around you.
Right.
To isolate you.
Right. But you're right there. And they do this in the UK, guys. They do show up in America. There are some people, but again, in the UK, they're having a lot more trouble with this world and then their real world. And again, we witnessed it, Minx. So we know you're not telling a story or making up your own victim. This is you fighting, standing your ground, being a modern woman, like I said, knowing what she's saying. She does not sound crazy. Even if she's talking fast, she just is getting it out for everyone to hear it.
Before I get muted by Control Freak Rodney,
There is no her scared. But like she said, he makes it hard for people to continue doing what they want to do out here because people are allowing him to panel Slug and then take the narrative that he's created to try to make it look like us women are attacking him.
Yeah. Oh, and also, I can't talk to you about things that make me happy about, say, if I meet a guy, I can't go, oh, guess what? because it's taken, and then he'll find the person and he'll stalk them. But like when I said to you about my driving license thing and stuff, it's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. And I'm like, why can't I spread my good news? Why am I not allowed to spread my good news? I met a guy last week. Oh, he was lovely. Do you know what he did last time?
That's what Coach Eli said. He has to keep his relationship hidden because they'll come for the woman.
Yeah. Well, all I had to do was say, I met a guy the other night, and he didn't upload. Oh, I hear she's got a clause into another man then. Oh, my God, I'll have to warn him all about her. And all I said was, I met a guy. And it was like, mate, I ain't going to make him my man. I met someone the other night. Do you know what I mean? You know, yeah. And so I was like, I'm quite happy, thank you. I met someone the other night.
There's a great video of Joker meeting up with Trumpster Bob for a fight. Oh, I gotta see that. We gotta see that in the dome. I know these people he's talking about. Yeah.
Okay, go on. Yeah,
these gentlemen. See, gentlemen, like I said, when gentlemen are fighting out here, you know, I stay out of it. It's not my fight, right? But when a man is attacking, and unfortunately he's attacking two women, we're definitely not crazy. And again, I don't need anybody's help. You don't need anybody's help. Mama don't need nobody's help. But he called her a silly cow. And the fact that he put a whole video out about her,
doxed her number,
and he doxed her. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See,
so he's wanting her to act like she needs to be afraid of him making videos. She was so happy she got a video made about her. She was ecstatic. So he didn't do anything. It didn't affect anything, because that means that you used to say you respected Stephanie, but you never have. You promised her you would behave when you came back. He begged to come back. And said, you better behave. He didn't. He jumped right on panels. He did everything he said he wouldn't do. We saw him doing the same behavior, asking us to support that. And I couldn't, and we couldn't. And that's why, again, first time, shame on him. Second time, shame on us. And third time, don't cry wolf. And this is why we're not crying wolf. We're standing our ground. We're building a community of truth tellers who can stand for something so that you don't fall for all the little triggers that go out. People will try to trigger your chat room. They'll try to trigger your panel. They'll try to trigger you in the real world. If you don't block your stuff in the real world, then you're going to be out there with it.
Have you got this, though? Have you got the idea of what's actually going on in this whole bigger picture of it, though? That I am not actually anybody to do with his trolls, his whatevers, anything, But because he can't attack all his trolls, he goes for his original victim, me. And every time, and he lumps me in with the trolls, you're like, no. It's the fact that, you know, I have to sit back and listen to, and as soon as Richard Hole and Spiderbite do things, I think, oh God, here we go. He's going to start on me now. And there we go. And he starts dragging up all that court shit. Oh, it'll be her because blah, 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 blah. And it's nothing to do with me. It's just Dan doing what Dan does, inciting all this, because what he does in the background, as you could see when he kept picking his PlayStation up, and then you hear him talking to somebody, that's what he does. And Richard Hole and Spiderbite and that see that because they're gamers. So he pops up on the playroom, they have a look at what he's saying, and then they go, oh God, because they all know us now. Because it's not that world and this world like it was before. So before they used to believe it, listen to it, and now there's a link between us and them. And so then they come back over here, and that's when we get in Spiderbite and people like that jumping in Reptile, whatever. Dan's on PlayStation talking shit about you lot. That's how we found out that he was spreading all those lies on racial sites through that lot. So that's what I mean by you can't do it anymore. You can't do what you've been doing for the last 10 years because you can't hide anywhere. So even if he's not up here doing something, he's going to be somewhere. And that's what I still get in the background, you know, of my real life and things like that. So it's just, but the fact that he emailed, fucking Brian, what a dick. Yeah, see, people don't hate me that much. They want that to happen to me.
I'm giving him something for his butt hurt. That's for his butt hurt.
No, people don't hate us that much that they want to put us in danger. God, no. It's all just fun and entertainment and whatever. And because of how I react to things, it's not like I didn't degrade anybody in this last few months. I didn't go mental on anyone. I just walked away quietly and thought, oh, fuck you then. So, and in that respect, that's how I gain respect off of people. That's why I'm still friends with a lot of my ex-boyfriends, because in time, when they've calmed down, they see the reasoning behind it. And then they're like, you know what, I actually, yeah, you know, the way you dealt with it, it shows a different side. It shows a different side of women. Not all women scream and shout.
I know, I loved it. Stephanie, remember when she was being all quiet and serious?
Yeah.
He was trying to wind me
I
up.
loved it.
Yeah. He was trying to get me to lose my shit, wasn't he? I'm not doing it. I've got a child in the house. He was trying to get me to lose my shit. I'm not upsetting my dog and my kid. No. Can't manipulate my emotions like that, mate. No, not when I ain't got any. I told you, didn't I? I want to cry. Give me something that's going to make me cry. I haven't cried for so long. Give me something that's going to make me cry. I want to watch something really sad. Make me cry. I want to feel something. What's it like feeling things? Really feeling things to the core. Something I don't know what it feels like anymore. Numb.
There you go.
Go the fuck away! Do that! Get the fuck out!
Yeah, that's the one. See, all of that. See, I could only ever do that sort of thing if my child hung around and stuff like that. And it's once in a while. I know, that's classic stuff. Brilliant. But I feel in the last few months, I have been pushed to the point where I've had to come up in front of that person's face and be like, no more, like Jupiter. You know, sometimes that's the only way to deal with a bully, is to face them full on.
Jamie said, I've been working all evening. You ladies make me feel like I've missed something. Did you want to explain, Minx?
Oh, I don't know what.
Okay, so I'll just give a brief over.
Yes,
Slug Boy was over at Rodney's, and then Minx went over there to address him about the things that he was saying on there, and he was trying to dox her. And in the moment, he was like literally trying to get people to get her address. So she was basically dragging him. You guys
can tell Jamie, he emailed.
She drug him with the truth. She called him out. She made him address the fact that he can't go up against anybody with the truth. He starts singing, smacking his belly, you know, doing all these things that are, you know, kind of like showing that he's guilty. He couldn't admit why he's on what's it called, Minx?
Suspended sentence.
Yeah, why he's on a suspended sentence. And basically he wasn't admitting, Jamie, that he was attacking Minx, but he's attacking her because she's over here because he was attacking me. And so when he can't attack somebody, he goes back to Minx.
Yeah, every time.
Every time. And I noticed that the last 3 times, because first it was me, but then it was him playing the victim that all the other people were attacking.
Yep.
Which would have been like Crisco and all them, but they're not.
And the initial time when I was sort of like coming over here and not trying to make friends with you, but getting to know you, he was there stopping it originally.
Right.
Yeah, all that bullshit that come out, you were told, that all came from all that, didn't it?
Right. And again, with the new evidence that's come to light, again, we already knew Dan had done these things. We asked him to change his behavior. He chose not to change his behavior. So therefore, Stephanie decided, and we decided all collectively as members, that we could no longer have him in our community. Certain people we do ask to leave. A lot we allow. I don't care if you're in the chat room talking about you don't like Janet. I don't care. That doesn't bother me. What bothers me is when people are doxing people's families, going into their private life, trying to harass their family, trying to make people like feel like it's real, and it's not. You can really use techniques to protect yourself. And I think you did a great job today, Minx, protecting yourself, because you're going to keep telling the story, and the story deserves to be heard. He is attacking a woman on the YouTube. Someone has to see that. How do we get him out of here? How do we
trying to find my real address as well, emailing my ex-friends and things to get my address right there. And even, as I say, and then I mean, Jamie's going to know this, right? Basically, he emailed Brian, and Brian, no matter what kind of thing he was, he called me on a private, and I answered it, like the second time I did anyway. And he said, listen, just a heads up here. Dan's asking me. He said, I'll send you the emails in a while. He said, I'm in bed at the moment, Zopicone, whatever. He said, but I'll send you the emails to prove it, that he's questioning your address, wants to find your address. So, and then I put that to him there, and it basically shut him right up. So, but he's trapping off about that court thing again, Jamie. It's just like, oh, for Christ's sake, I wasn't even involved in any of that. And he then read out his charges and tried to make out they were my statement. He keeps telling people he's got all my witness statements there. That's not legally allowed. And he's manipulating people who are of a more delicate nature or in another country, so you don't know our laws. But that's not allowed. No criminal. And he finally come out with that, because I made him say it, didn't I?
Right.
What was your conviction? And he then said the thing. I said, no, that's your charges. And then he tried to say, and I said, what was your conviction? And then he then said what his sentence was. I went, no, that's your sentencing. What was your conviction? Well, and I wouldn't stop, would I? What was your conviction? What was your conviction? What was your conviction? And eventually he went, oh, yeah, I pleaded not guilty. I pleaded guilty, sorry. I pleaded guilty. No, that's not what the conviction. What was your conviction? That was your feelings on the thought and everything and what you did. No, what was your conviction?
Minx, when we were over there, do you remember this guy right here in the left-hand corner? This one that came up that was rude?
Don't know who he is, where he's from.
I know. He tried to come to my panel. Him, right there. He tried to come to the show after I left from over there and came over here.
Yeah, I didn't give him no airtime because I don't know him. I didn't give him none of my time.
Stephanie? Somebody tried to come to the panel. It was him.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No, I didn't give him any bit of my attention apart from I'm not talking to you, and then carried on talking to Dan. See, they try and derail you, like off of your conversation, and they're not used to people like me because I can't be derailed. My memory is hot as fuck. Plus, I'm a stand-up comedian, singer, whatever. I know how to start a story off, go all around the houses with another story, and end up right back and link it all up, like Billy Connolly does on his commit, because I've had training. So I won't ever forget my point. I might go all around the houses and stuff, but I will always come back to the same point. And I think people know that my consistency in what I say, the stability of it. I don't lose my thread and go, oh, I don't do that a lot. I only do it once or twice, and that's when I'm really tired. When I forgot what I said, when I'm really tired. And they try and derail you. And so you just do that, cut it down, and then continue what you're saying. But yeah, I had a boyfriend years ago that used to do this all to me. Used to hide all my lighters and then make out that I'd lost them, making me feel like I was going crazy. And how I found out one time, I was going, where's the bloody lighter? And he went, oh, you're losing your mind, you are. You're always losing things. No, where's the bloody lighter? Oh, I spun myself around, and as I looked at him, but he had it in his hand. And that's what I mean by the instigating. And they try and send you crazy. And when you've got them, when they call you crazy. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah. Crazy like the wolf, mate. Yeah, and another one they do is, oh, I bet you think you're like a bloody detective, didn't you? And it's like, yeah, it's their psyche telling them. It's like, this person's too smart for you.
And you are a stalker. I'm not scared of you.
Yeah, isn't it?
You're a weirdo. I am not scared of you. You're chatting shit, putting my name in your mouth. I am not scared of you. You are frightened to your boots, or you wouldn't be trying to trap off and stop people from talking to me.
I don't give a fuck about who you talk to. You're a weirdo.
Don't be friends with Minx. Don't be friends with Minx. Oh, no, don't trust her. Oh, she was up in court and she's an incredible witness. I'm an incredible witness. Yeah, actually, you're probably right. I am an incredible witness. I don't miss anything.
Incredible.
I am an incredible witness. Yeah, I don't miss a thing.
That's right.
I'm an incredible woman. I'm fucking incredible. I'm going to get a suit made up. Mrs. Incredible. I'm incredible, baby. Yeah,
I
I'm the
will tell you, me and
incredible. I
Stephanie
can
was
bend
over here
everything.
laughing and cracking up, though.
I sound
She
like a
was
right
like, "This is
psycho.
better than the show, her show on
I
TV."
sound like a right psycho. I sound like Hannibal Lecter, mate. I'm going to come and find you. Are you frightened? It's like, mate, I sound
know,
like...
told you, Stephanie, she was using that voice.
Yeah, I know.
She was doing a
funny.
calm before the storm type of effect on him.
My
Yep,
authoritative
because-
voice. Yeah, that's what the men don't like. They shake, they go, "Oh," and then they come out in my face. That's when the violence comes out, because they realise they haven't peaked me over the edge. What they want, right? What these people want, they want to trigger you so you lose your shit, start screaming, shouting, going mental. So if your voice is going up, so is their fucking spirits. So you take your voice as low down as you can, slowly, as far down, and it will bring them right down. And that's what that's it. You can manipulate people. It's a Darren Brown thing.
Mama, did you want to say anything to the blob in the bushes?
Oh God, no.
Take it off the ground and go to bed.
Mama, tell him, Mama. Come on, you do. You got something to say. You just can't think of it.
No,
What's your name?
I don't.
What's your name?
The blob.
No, your name, sexy.
Oh, silly old cow.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm the silly old cow. Yeah.
Silly old cow. That's what you got to say. Silly old cow.
And Mink did a good job today. I'm never going to speak to that big blob again.
No, I
You don't even get the hello, Jamie.
Darling.
Jamie, you can get the hello, but he don't get the hello no more.
No, hello, Jamie. Yeah, you get the hello. Yeah, hello, hello. Like
There we go. There we go.
Can I ask this, right, from English to US peoples, yeah? Why is it that when you walk into a haunted house where you know there's been something weird going on, do you wander about with no lights on going, hello?
Yeah. That's what we do.
I would walk in and I'd open the door and turn the light on. And then kind of like have a phone in my hand with 99 and ready to press 9 again to go. And I'll be creeping around. I wouldn't want them to know where I was.
Right. I know.
Every
no,
horror
that's what
film,
we
like,
do.
why? Yeah. And it's like, hello.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he just tried to hit the panel and I just blocked him.
Cool. No shit.
Blob. Yep. He just tried to ask permission to come in. I just booted him.
No, you're not Rodney.
I just booted him.
You don't need all that shit, do you? No.
You ain't getting up in here, you dirty river rat.
I would prove it then, didn't it? I mean, it was stalking out. I went up on there to say my piece to shut him up about that court crap. I'm tired of hearing it. I am really tired of it. I'm an uncredible witness or an incredible witness, whatever. Neither of them. The fact is, yeah, guilty. So therefore, whatever mine did, it doesn't matter. It still went through it and actually put some basis in the actual final conviction, didn't it? That's what witness statements do. They corroborate against what the victim's saying. So, yeah, obviously it did. Otherwise, it would have been not guilty, wouldn't it? And my statement was about 5 pages long and there was about 3 of them.
Yeah,
they kept asking me to make new ones because he kept the more it was going on in that 7-month period, 6-month period, he kept doing things, and then the police were saying we're going to have to call you in again and make a new statement because he's doing all new ones now, all against you. And that's why he came out hard at me, because of that, because he couldn't find Hayley. She dropped out. I don't know who she is, never met her. And then he started linking up all that your friend Hayley's going to get in trouble with the law. And I went, so what? I don't even know who she is. So what? I don't know. But do you want me to care about somebody? We made statements because the police asked us. Not we knew her and wanted to back her up and we're all ganging up on him. No, the police phoned round because Hayley said these people know too and directed them all to us. So we were contacted as victims. Can we help in this case? Because they've been trying to bloody put him away for years. So that's where it's like a subpoena. When you've been witness to stuff and you've got no choice and you have to go and make a statement and evidence against them in your country, well, it's more or less like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, when the police asked me to help out with that, and I'd had so much trouble with him and could never do anything about it because I don't deal with the law, mate. Nah, me and the law don't get on.
Stephanie, as an American, imagine being a witness to a case, and then the person that was found guilty stalks you.
Yeah,
that's exactly what's
to have
happened.
him arrested, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. He'd go to jail here.
Yeah, witness intimidation and all that lot and whatever. So that's what he's
Right.
falling under all the time, and it is. It's because I mean, Hayley got her day, she got her charge and everything, whatever, and we're all left to take the flak. Do you know what I mean? That's what it looks like to us. So in our way, yeah, I don't like the police. I don't like the courts. I mean, I was up in court 11 years ago, 11 years ago now, because of something very similar to this that was happening in my hometown, in my area. Proper in-crowd type situations in our council estates. Yeah, everybody knows everyone. Suburbs and that, right? So lies started being spread by my ex-boyfriend. Then this bird eventually, after 6 months of hell and being attacked and threatened in the street and called names and me fighting my way out of every bloody problem I had, she comes to my door, starts kicking off at me. I dragged her around all over the fucking shop, and then she calls the police because her friends backed her up. I was the one that got done with the charge. So I basically, that's the only time I've been in court in my life, and that was Crown. And
where's that going on, Jamie?
Oh, Blob is live.
No, why didn't you say, Mama? We got a code.
I didn't get a notification.
Oh yeah, because we're not freaking subscribed.
And then somebody went in the chat.
He disclosed my full name again. He's doing my full name and that on
all these trolleys.
Yeah, Christine Boxall, but we already did that. Google my name, guys. I'll give you license.
What's going on?
Seriously, I'm a no one.
Oh,
yeah, I don't know Hayley, TM. I don't know Hayley, never did.
I'm just waiting for that phone call from the police tonight because I know my solicitors.
Hi, Teflon Don.
But I guarantee these
big ups to Jamaica.
Sooner or later, they're going to fuck themselves up.
You know what I mean? When you spread malicious gossip and lies about people and stuff that causes that person harm, then you're the aggressor no matter what. But yeah,
wow, even Louis said that they talked to the police about Dan.
Yeah, Plisco said he made a report.
Is this what you're saying, Jamie? You heard that? Because again, I think we need to. You can report this. You can actually hit the flag, sister, and do infringing on my rights. Do it on a computer and pull it down and do the privacy issue one.
I don't know if I can do it on here because my laptop, I can't log in. Yeah, I can't log into my computer for some reason. And I have to. Oh, can you still hear me? And I have to go in on a non-signing. Do you know what? I might.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just saying. You can actually flag this.
It reminds me. That reminds me. No, I'm not doing a fucking blare. It reminds me, right? Since I've got this new laptop, I sign in on YouTube on there, and it says violated and banned. But I'm here. Hello. So why is it not banned? You know, and I'm not banned, obviously. But it's not letting me go in, and I'm wondering if I've got something. So I need you to look through it with me, like we did the other night, maybe.
Okay.
And I show you my laptop, show you what happens, and we see what the fuck's going on. Okay. Because I don't know if I'm using an old email or something, and it's confused about whatever. Because there was one from a long time ago that was like, it wasn't there anymore. Whatever it was that comes up on the screen, I can't remember now. Community Dewberry What's It guidelines thing. There was one from years ago, and that was the one that lot, you know, him and Pigeon and all that lot fucking. But he kept reporting. Next thing you know, my channel's
put up the paperwork on the screen.
Oh, the charges as well again. Yeah, that's because nobody was listening to him or reacting to it and thing. But you got to remember what he gets in his channel. He's banned everybody. Well, he should have done because that's what the police advised him to do. Ban every troll. Don't engage with them. Don't bother with them. Blah, 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 blah. But that was before all of that charge set in January. But he keeps bringing up my name to do with it all. As I say, I walk in, I was sitting in chat quite happily talking to other people, like I do, you know, and then he has to involve because he's reading the chat, waiting for one of us, waiting for the problem. And he's reading the chat, and then there it is, boom. And it was like, no. So, but as I said earlier, keep my name out your mouth and you won't ever see me again. You won't ever hear from me again, and there'll be no problem. And then it went further and further, and then he starts doing that, sending emails and stuff like that to try and get my address. Then admitting to that and say, because I got him into that eventually, didn't I? I keep going over the same thing again and repeating the same question. And eventually he said, yeah, I did, to give to my solicitor. So he admitted that he'd sent an email to Brian during that row to try and get my address. He's already doxing my real name. So I have said, like I do, okay, if you like I did with the pictures, okay, I'm going to put them all up on Instagram, mate. See if they get banned because they're so pornographic. And they're still there now, right? So there you go. So I throw it up in their face. So I'm now saying, Google me up. I am Christine Boxall. There's only there's about 25, 30 of us, but there's only about 5 or 6 on that you can see online, and it won't give you my address. It'll only give you my last one registered, and that was down in Folkestone, if you were to really, really pick apart. So I'm not bothered because there's nothing there. He's done it before. Everybody knows my name's Christine Boxall. Do you know what I mean? Which is why when I came over here, I said, don't worry that they know I'm in Rochester. He's already blasted that out. And that's why I started doing all my Castle Cathedral walks to go, now everybody knows. You won't hold any weapons over me, mate. Sia did the similar thing. She found out that some of her naked pictures had been like stolen from her email accounts or whatever, right? And then that person then threatened her and said, if you don't do this,
I'm sorry to
blah, blah,
cut
blah,
you
blah.
off, but he's reporting my channel. Somebody's recording it right now. Sorry,
okay, well,
I'm
I'm talking about Sia. Right. Yeah, I mean, that'll go. What for? We're not doing anything. Right, anyway, but yeah, heads up on that one, no problem. Yeah, Sia then just said, oh, okay, if you're going to start threatening me and charging people for my pictures, I'm going to put them all up. And she put every single one of them up on her Instagram page. And it inspired me. She's very inspirational anyway, is Sia. But it really inspired me. I thought, well, that's what I do. I do that sort of shit. If they throw a threat at you, then fucking do it. Go, okay, good. Everyone can have a look. And as I've said, you told me that someone had shown you, and they're nothing. They're no worse than what bloody catalogue models you see online. They're no worse than them, really, are they? No, they're
I
not.
actually saw that person befriending Sky in the Telegram too.
No, see, she will, won't she? Yeah.
Nope, I screenshotted it.
Yeah. But yeah, I was looking through some like catalogs last night because I want to buy some new clothes to go out in. Nice, sexy
Janet,
wear.
drop the hammer on him for plagiarism. He's about to get it. All of this is about to be recorded. That's what I'm saying. We bring his channel down. Let's see if he can bring up another to say that somebody's trolling him. No, we're getting you off of YouTube.
I do find in England as well, we don't have the power like you do. I mean, I've never been able to remove anything that he said. Even when I did go through that, it was like, this is just, you have to put the URL in, then you have to do this.
Yeah, you have to get the link. I could have walked you through that. I know the time.
Oh, I know how to do it, but it's just with my attention span. I'm like, oh, I really can't be bothered.
That's when you're hitting them with the copyright of them using your content. When you're reporting for malicious and acts, that's right on the channel. It's right on. Yeah. See, whenever this is why people say, oh, you shouldn't be. Yes, you should. If you care about what you're watching on YouTube, you will hit this flag right here. Yeah. And then even any of these harassing and bullying, harassing someone else. And then if you scroll down, it timestamps it where the video that the person actually did it. Then in here, you need to give a brief description about what's being harassed. And in this, you say, does this violate YouTube guidelines? Right. YouTube community guidelines, my bad. When you use YouTube community guideline words, then people are looking at it because that's what he's violating. There's different sectors of the YouTube. It's like sending an email to a certain department. So you have to use code words for it to go to that department. He's violating the community YouTube guidelines.
Right.
So
I do
enough
it through,
people
I
can
do
hit
it
that
through the
flag
account, the actual
on
one.
all of
See,
them.
I
This
can
is
do
what
that
this
on my
phone
phone. I
does.
know I can do that one on my phone, and that's what I think. I
Well,
find
the
it
phone
doesn't
is
go
different.
further.
The phone is not as good as the PC. I would advise anybody flagging to flag off the computer. I'm just saying, because it allows all those extra steps. It gives you the box to where exactly it's happening, so that they want the pinpointed timestamp. So it will timestamp it. Then you will, tell them that little story with 500 words or less.
Yeah.
Keep to the basics: who, what, when, where, and how. And then ask them.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. I need to
Ask
fix
them a
that fucking
question, and
laptop
it's
and
like
whatever.
testing them.
I mean,
Are
I've
you
just done it
doing
on
your
here.
job?
Yeah, I've just done it on here.
Mhm.
Like through that, because you do have that capability on this one. Can
Yeah,
still
on the
hear me.
phone,
So drop
if you
that
just
right.
touch it on the phone, all it does is send it to the harassment box, because there's a harassment box. But there's also a YouTube community guideline area.
Yeah.
And the PC allows you to step through more steps to get closer to the people you need this to reach. If that flag only goes up and you're just clicking it and then it says, okay, thanks, we reported it. No, it didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't. That's
See, I
going out
used to be able to
into
do
the
it on my
wind.
old laptop. I used to be able to do it on my other laptop, but this one, for some reason, won't let me sign in on YouTube, and I don't know why. So, I mean, I'm normally pretty good at this sort of stuff. I fixed laptops and that. I brought an old one up from Spec and stuff like that, and I brought it up standard. But it's YouTube. It's like something to do with YouTube. So, I don't know why it hasn't linked up to that computer.
Right,
so
It's
that's
critical
the
to
thing,
get that timestamp.
Is there anybody else nobody else can do that? I've got to do that myself from my account, haven't I? For it to really take weight. And that's what I mean. It's like, oh, really? I mean, a lot of the time I always find that's just pouring fire on the fire. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, fuck.
Libby said he's gone off now.
I think he wants that. He wants and that's why I go, oh, whatever. Because he's going to hang himself with his own rope. What we say, us old people.
Yeah. And he can't never get rid of it, because the 9 people that were watching were recording. He's now made the video private, but I have screenshots of his face and him holding up people, including Minx's personal details. Exactly.
Right. Because again, he's forgotten.
Somebody's going to clip it once it's out here. That's what he forgets.
Yeah, but then when that clip goes around and around and around, and loads more people. So that's why I'm putting my name out there now, guys, because of that. That it's like
that's how we empower ourselves, though, right?
I already Google myself. I'm not stupid. I make sure
I ain't afraid. Mama tell you how many times I done doxed my whole address because they tried it. Ain't nobody afraid of that.
Yeah, there's nothing they're going to find online about me. Nothing dodgy.
Yeah, that part too. I'm far from a criminal, drug addict, or any retired hooker, so bring it.
Yeah.
My stuff looks clean. Matter of fact, I'm going to need people to give me a round of applause on my cleanliness. Yes. I work hard staying good.
I know. It is. You got to that. Yeah, exactly. I know it's all bollocks. I know stuff to say about me. But yeah, I mean, Chrissy Minx, you Google that up. Yeah, you all sorts of shit. Of course you will, but that's just the character. But you Google my real name up, put me in the browser, you won't find anything. I've been a boring girl all my life, unfortunately.
Come here, Tony the Tiger. Get your butt over here.
People, including Minx's personal details. What, my name. Yeah. From like Kent or whatever. I mean, he used to say Kent area, and he's weird because Rochester. It's like, yeah, whatever. I mean, what he said before when he said he's been to he got my police station, right? He called it Rochester Police Station once. That's why I was asking that. There is no Rochester Police Station. We're part of a suburb. I'm not going to say what, and it's a conglomerate of lots of different ones. And the police station isn't called after one of the names of the towns. So, you know what I mean? It's like, now I know you're talking bollocks. And to do with all that court thing, so that he was on the phone, that's when you know he's talking bollocks, because the court thing never happened. So why would the police on the other end of the phone entertain that conversation? It never happened. Everything. The phone call wasn't real. The call is still yet to produce what he said he's got. My fucking witness statements. I don't think so. I think he is, Judge Rinder. The criminals don't get the victim statements and details of the victim and medical records. That would put every person who tried to take someone to court at risk.
Sheesh.
Wouldn't it?
Everybody was at risk about my dog out there, boy. He was
Oh,
tearing
what was
it
he
up.
about? He's doing a coyote.
He ain't with, man. The white boy was running past with his sunglasses on, jogging. He barking at him. The black man was getting out of his truck for the neighbor. He barking at him.
No.
I had to keep going on mute. He was just eating everybody up. A car went past, and he started going crazy on the car.
I love it.
I know, the Chihuahua boy. He's all like sneezing
Good
and carrying on.
boy. No, good boy. Yeah, exactly. That's why we love our doggies, because they let us know when it matters. Yeah, not for
he's
every
gonna
bark,
do more than bite the ankle.
Yeah. Oh,
Hi,
X is
Malik.
coming. I've searched. Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, exactly, X. I know this. I know what I am. Yeah, exactly. So it makes no difference. And that's why he then felt the need to have to contact Brian and say, I want her address, because he wasn't getting the result. It's like, yeah, and what? And what? What are you going to fight with? I mean, and what? There are loads of
Tried to hit my panel and I didn't let him on, so he went live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he went live right after he tried to hit the panel.
Yeah, and then when all that,
he's obsessed with it, he's not gonna win.
No,
he's just threatened people with the police and the solicitor for years. Nothing ever happened. Exactly.
See, that's just what he was doing years ago, and obviously, it's character assassination. He's trying to make sure as many people hear it. Exactly what he did before.
Yeah, but
years ago, to try and just get everybody to hate me. First of all, he was trying to isolate you, but obviously way back he was trying to isolate me, and now he's moved back round to me again because I was chatting in Rodney's chat. I mean, he said last time he made threats, he was like, "Go away." Well, where am I supposed to go? I went away from PlayStation over here, and you followed me here.
And why is he telling people to go away?
Exactly. Because I've got
allowed to be out here. I don't want to see anybody go away except for evil people like him. So if you're evil acting like him, yeah, we want them to go away. The people that are just trying to have fun with folks, whether they're nerdy, smart, whatever, let people have their groups. Let people sit with who they want to sit with and talk with who they want to talk with. Nobody wants to talk with him. Nobody wants to sit. Even when we tried to get him to engage in topics, he couldn't because he really doesn't have that. He only has that fantasy world. He doesn't have a reality where things really happen to him. He's always going to go live after he gets kicked off a panel. Exactly. He's going to go live again because he's going to get triggered. He can't come over here. So he thinks that's a way to do what? What is that doing for him?
Yeah, I mean, when I was having a live panel myself or a live show myself, it was like wading through fucking thick mud. It was too much for me to deal with because of what he'd been doing and how he had turned everybody's minds against me before I even came over here. So when I was trying my channel, it was just, as I say, it's like pure bullying on a deep scale that I've only experienced from ex-partners.
Mm-hmm.
Or while I'm with them, finding out that they've normally got girls on the go, and then they're lying to the other girls that you're this freakazoid of a girlfriend and feel sorry for me, my wife don't understand me crap. And it's, and then they get the girls to sleep with them and whatever. And then if they see you, you're like, oh yeah, you're his crazy ex-girlfriend. It's like, excuse me, I'm his girlfriend now. So I know how men lie, and it's always the woman who's crazy and a lunatic. And every bloke I know has had a psycho ex-girlfriend. Do you know what I mean? So it's always our fault. It's always because of what we do. And every response is an attack in their mind. It's like, well, if you didn't bring it, I wouldn't take it that far. Because all I've done is sat over here. The whole time I was on Brian's, he was doing his best to try and fucking manipulate all that. And then telling them all like, oh, God. I first came over to Wasp because Wasp had heard all about me through him and knew, and he wanted to get both sides and he wanted to have me over there. And that's how that happened. Because he'd been watching me for years on the PlayStation streams. So we knew it was all just a laugh and a giggle and whatever. And anyone he's tried to send to me as well has always fallen by the wayside because they just carried on sort of like and being my mate and finding me funny because they realise it's all a pack of lies. By the reptile and all that lot, don't have. I mean, that says it all. Years ago, the videos, the evidence, like you said.
Goers, welcome back to our channel. Thank you all so much for the love that you've given us. Your ongoing support has helped us make psychology and mental health more accessible to everyone. So thank you. Now, let's continue. Have you ever crossed paths with someone who told you a lot of tall tales? Did they make claims about knowing famous celebrities? Or did they lie about being stricken with a life-threatening disease? These types of people are known as pathological liars, and they have a compulsive urge to lie about matters big and small, regardless of the situation. This behavior puts a strain on your relationship with them and makes them difficult to trust. If we can recognize the signs of a pathological liar, we can better decide if we want to try and help them or if it would be better to distance ourselves from them.
And that's what we did.
That's right.
Yes, this is why I showed this. Did you hear what they said? They summed it up in that many words.
Yeah.
Create a what? Oh, he's got a tumor, right?
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's
create
not.
all that she said in the beginning. You heard it?
Mm-hmm.
Come
See,
on
I
now.
did college
This
I
is
did
the
a uni
whole
course
thing
based on
about
this.
how to spot a pathological liar. But again, when they said it right in the beginning, we both heard them say him.
Yeah. I've done this course, Janet. That's the course I've done.
Yeah.
Yeah, how to spot them all. That's how I know to go down low when they want you to go up high, to spot what they're going to do next, their next move. Yeah, I've done that's the course I did. I did a psychology course and the workings of a criminal mind.
Yeah, Luby, he can't stand people talking about him. He seems to think it's against the law. But we're like explaining the truth of his manipulative behavior that's causing, again, a lot of disruption with women. This man is going to continue to attack women. No one's asking you to white knight. We're only asking you to understand that, again, modern women are not putting up with it. We're going to fight. We're going to stand our ground. You can call us masculine all you want. But again, he is definitely showing the behavior, Minx. Not only did he say that he was going to come dox me again behind the scenes, he literally tried to do it to you on the show out loud, call somebody for help, then get rage quit again and go over to his channel and try to do it again. So all in his mind is, I'm going to dox Minx all day long.
Mm-hmm.
That is psycho behavior. And again, sister, as we just let people know our stories, I appreciate you coming and telling yours today. I'm proud of you for fighting in these YouTube streets.
Thank
you know you're a member, so I appreciate your loyalty to our community. And yeah, we got your back because we already know you're telling the truth. And I know you're not out here forcing people to hear it in a way that makes you look crazy. So you're allowed to fight any way necessary, darling, because that doxing stuff, no, I snapped out about Stephanie.
Yeah.
And even as I got angry that he did call her names, you see how she took the name and laughed about it. I just can't stand it. I can't stand to think that he's going to try to attack another woman and everybody's out here like, oh, there's nothing wrong with him, or no, this behavior is unacceptable, but we're not getting involved. You're going to run across a person who's you're going to have to get involved, and then you're going to wish that people knew. Somebody's attacking you, block them. Somebody's telling on somebody's doing something where they're asking for a woman's email, her information. He's emailing another person on the YouTube to ask for information. Are you kidding me? He's not in his right head, and he thinks that none of this is going to like not get his butt in the jail. But again, what was it called? I'm sorry, Minx. He's on suspended
sentence. Yes.
Which is basically probation in America. Yeah.
But he can't attack Haley.
You can't be doing the same behavior. If you're on probation for something, you can't just continue to do that behavior and act like he's on this probation for attacking a woman on YouTube.
And because he can't get to her, he attacks me, you, whoever else he can. But of course, because it's me again, and I'm his kryptonite, and I'm the original one. It's like, oh my God. So he has to make sure everybody believes that I'm a crazy liar, that I'm a stalker, I'm horrible. And the one thing lately was that even Brian, blah, 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 wasn't it? Now, who is it who's just kind of like backed me up for a moment? Yeah. Well, so that's got a sting. That's got a sting that basically he's just been grassed up by Brian.
Well, Karma has no deadline because he went over to Brian's and they were talking smack about me. And I said, you sat on the panel while they talk smack about me. They don't even care about you. So Karma has no deadline to prove. He don't get to cat's ass.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. See,
and
all of what he says and
ever
everything
again because he's a loser.
Yeah, it tends to fall away, doesn't it? It tends to just all fall away because that's what fantasy does. Now, what we saw when I was up there, you saw his face. You could see the fantasy all falling away and breaking away, and reality was starting to hit him in the face about what he's done, about when he was in court. He tries to see what he's doing is because he does so many bad things. He tries to kind of like eradicate that out of his memory by filling it up with loads of bullshit, and it pushes it out, and then he can't remember. And I'm putting a mirror on it and making him and forcing him to look at himself. Remember what you've done. Remember what happened in January. Remember the plea. Yes, you pleaded guilty. What does that mean? Oh,
that's
yeah,
what I thought,
guilty.
X. Read what X said, Minx.
He said he commit any crime whilst on a suspended jail sentence. You would think so, wouldn't you? Okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah. But because he's not physically in my face.
Okay.
I've got to basically take it, and it's hearsay and whatever and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but he broke the conditions, said Luby. I would think he broke the court's conditions on what he agreed on. Even if it's not in the face, he's attacking the witness from the case.
Yeah, you would think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you would think so.
Yeah.
So what kind of UK laws going on over there?
Because they don't take the YouTube stuff seriously. Because the way they see it as well is I've put up for it for 8 years and it's not exactly broken me. I've not ended up in prison. I'm still not banging around getting arrested. So they're like, oh, well, you're all doing all right. You're all right. You're all right. To get any help in this country, any Brit will tell you this, you have to break the fucking law. You have to be a criminal. But because I'm coping and I'm doing all right and I'm running the house and everything's all smooth and I haven't let it affect me, in their eyes, but mentally, as a woman and as a YouTuber and a streamer, and I've got loads of talent for streaming and performing and being a front runner. I could hold up a channel for 24 hours on my own. This.
That's right.
But I can't. I haven't got it in me anymore because of what he's done. He's destroyed all of that. And I do. Sometimes I'm like, that was the thing that was keeping me going. Dancing around, having a laugh to music, having a giggle with people,
having a good time. And they steal the
it was keeping me fit. It was keeping me slim. And we were all quite, and we melded into a nice, comfortable thing about it. Because once Dee had moved out, all the drama seemed to just go right down in my house because she was a lot of the factor in things that were going on because there was this mismatch between, sibling rivalry. So, of course, when it was just me and Luke, suddenly you've got an Asperger's kid who's suddenly got his mum all to himself. Of course he calmed down. He had me all to himself. It was lovely. I'd do a YouTube stream for a couple of hours. And they were like, wow, isn't it nice? Your house. So I was doing that for about a year. And then he started on me again. Because I was doing well and people weren't hating on me and shit. And he started it all again. And it put a black mark. I felt like I was being watched.
I feel like that's what's happening now is that he's trying one last time to do that again. Because that's what he was doing with me, is trying to get everybody to believe that I was all the things that all those past people lied about. But everybody can see now. So it makes it easier now, I think. And this is why I said we don't always have to be masculine. We can calm down, like you said.
Yeah.
We can take a breath. We can laugh.
Right. Oh, hold on. I hear a voice coming through. 2 seconds. Let me mute up. 2 seconds, darling. You carry on.
Mama, you still there? Big ups to the chat room, guys. Please hit the like. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a crazy day of, like I said, having to stand up for your rights on YouTube. making it feel like, you know, we're aggressive women and that we're attacking men. I wouldn't attack a man in a real world. I would defend myself, though. And a lot of times they keep trying to act like we're not allowed to. But a good woman knows her boundaries. She knows her ground, and she's going to stand on it. And I'm not going to let anybody take my freedom and rights away. I have no problems Xing people out, blocking them from the stage, moving on. I don't need to speak of any of it, but my name keeps getting spoken. And last time I let someone do that, they went around the YouTube with some weirdo who shags cats and literally was lying. And when you allow that to continue, then some people think you're weak. And then when you do fight back, some people don't like that and they will judge you. But in the end, if someone's trying to get your address, trying to attack your family, and you have children there, Minx has children in her home. I have grown children in my home. You can come to my home and my grown children will protect me. So there's no factor for that. And I'm not afraid of somebody in the UK who can't even get a good email for real. Like he doesn't even know how to use any of the technology. So why would I be afraid that this guy who's actually getting in trouble for this behavior is going to bring my channel down? I've been told that the Google's watching me, the police are watching my stream. Like it's a whole lot of mess. And that mess that he creates for himself allows him to be that. Just that, messy. You can't please everybody, Templar. And I'm not. I want everybody to understand that we're grown. We're going to be grown. We're going to be old. I'm not going to be no old grandma out here carrying on, going to panels, screaming and hollering at people just for fun. I'm not even in that caliber. If I'm coming to you or you coming to me, you better know that you better address me properly. That's Miss Brittany if you don't like Empress Janet. So know your place, because I'm a strong woman. And when I do decide to date, he's going to be a hero. I need a hero. I'm holding out for a hero to the end of the night. He's gotta be strong and he's gotta be fast and he's gotta be fit for the fight.
I need a hero.
Period. We're not looking for no weak men who want to bash women all day long and create narratives that we're attacking. I'll never be anybody's troll. You'll never make me stand behind you. I will always stand in front of you, knowing the next mission to accomplish when it's time. I will shut it down at any time. If you allow Daniel Thompson Sullivan to be on your panel, then no, you don't get no respect out of me. And know that if you're blocking my friends from your channel, you're not getting no respect from me. Oh, big up to all the people that support each other. Big ups to everybody in the community. Big ups to everybody that respects Empress Janet. Respect is earned. It's not given. And it can be taken away at any time. So if you want to be a Mad Hatter chatter, then hit that join button for $3.99 and become a Mad Hatter chatter in Empress Janet's chat room. Pay to play is what they say. Well, welcome to the community. When you guys see me on the EJ Coliseum channel, know that it's free. Know that everybody gets to speak their piece over there. And know that some are not welcome. I have to draw limits and boundaries, Templar. I can't let everybody into the Coliseum. Again, some people aren't worth the content. Others aren't. We are the content, guys. If you can't create it by just being yourself, then the lies and the stupidity, people are tired of that. People don't want to walk away with headaches anymore. People don't want to walk away and feel like even if they did like what was said, they were allowed to speak in the chat. You know, the mods are so respectful here. I appreciate you guys. Big ups to all the wenches. Because again, you guys know we're not afraid of anything that comes our way, anything that's said in the chat room, anybody that wants to go live when somebody else is going live just to prove their point. No, they have something to hide. I love you guys. We've had 3 hours and 15 minutes. Mama's battery, where did she go? She got sucked into the matrix. Big ups, Janet and everybody. Luby, appreciate you. Anthony, appreciate you. X, appreciate you. Templar, appreciate you guys. I'm going to get out of here. Until next time, you guys better know the difference between a liar and a truth teller. I thank you guys for coming. I enjoyed you. I didn't do anything that they said I did, and Janet didn't do anything but bring people together. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon when you know I go live, darlings. Remember that. Love you.
And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We really appreciate you coming down to the Janet Show. Don't forget, tell everyone. Tell your mom, tell your dad, let everyone know about the voting.
I thank you guys for coming. I enjoyed you. I didn't do anything that they said I did, and Janet didn't do anything but bring people together. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon when you know I go live, darlings. Remember that. Love you.
That's right. You gotta share it out. Janet, get into it. It's all a pack of lies. She didn't do anything she's been accused of. You better know it. And don't forget, like, share, subscribe. This is for Janet.